Hello, it's me, Reza Gaming. We're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. It's been a while. We've very thoroughly enjoyed Syntopia, but now that the campaign is done, I want to get back into a meaty Twitch run. And we are restarting. We're going to do a new colony. It's going to be Ceres Minor. And I mentioned this yesterday, but I'm restarting for three main reasons. Firstly, I felt like I was playing Ceres Moonlets too fast. I was rushing, I was making some decisions I wasn't really comfortable with in the long run, and I think it was the right move, just to sort of enjoy what I'm doing a bit more, settle down, make sure I'm actually focusing on stuff, not getting carried away. We did learn a fair few things about Brackene, and we're going to keep that learning up. The second reason, I intended to originally play Ceres anyways, like the base Ceres variant, because we did a lot of blasted Ceres. We actually did Ceres Moonlets before with Bionic Booster Pack when that came out, and I completely forgot about it. But the actual only ever Ceres run we did kind of ended pretty early because we died to too much carbon dioxide, and Whiskers is having fun because we just fed everyone. So that's good. So, Ceres Minor is something I haven't done before, and I thought it'd be good to look at, just to see what the key differences are and actually make better use of everything this time. And thirdly, we had a pretty important bug. We kept getting free databanks from inspecting stuff, and this happened like several times. So we had probably like somewhere in the region of 100 to 200 extra databanks compared to normal, and I felt like that was a bit unfair. So yeah, we're gonna restart. We're gonna do a normal, classic Reza Gaming style only run. And we're not gonna rush. We're not gonna take our time too much. I'm aiming for 20 colonists and speed 2. But yeah, let's head on Ona. Let's head on over. Hello, Ayla Evo. Hello, the fan bus. Hope you're doing well. Yes, let me show you the seed. So I'll just paste it in here. I actually found this with the Only Map seed checker. I didn't look too much, but I liked it because it had some interesting traits. We don't tend to have a load of world traits when we do runs, but I felt like we were just fine doing it this time. We're gonna have large boulders, large glaciers, geoactive, and volcanic activity. And the reason I picked a volcanic activity series map is because we've recently been looking at our Magma Volcano designs, and I really enjoyed that video that we did on the geotuned rock gas tamer. Lots of people had really good ideas about how they like to tackle these things, and I want to test out a few of these different builds, as well as what we're doing. And as we all know, I've historically struggled with power on Ceres, so I'm hoping to actually leverage Magma Volcanoes at some point in this run. And then in terms of story traits, I've disabled the Printerceptor. You can't see it, but if I go in here, we've disabled the Printerceptor. This is because I wanted to feel like doing a series run in the original, when the Frosty Planet Pack originally came out, but with the new updated mechanics and things. If we get lucky, we get offered prehistoric Planet Pack stuff from the pod. I might take it, I might not. We'll see. The teleporter, I believe it goes to the oil. That's what they usually do. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Zarek. Yeah, without any further ado, oh yeah, scrambling DLCs. We have guaranteed the Relica fragments, so we can go and find all the Relica stuff in space if we need to. But we've disabled the shuffled biomes. And yeah, the aims of this run are the aims of the last run. Get to the Gassy Moos, do stuff with biodiesel, get jet suits online, do stuff with the Husky Moos, do a lot of automated critter ranching with Brackene. We learned many useful things from the Ceres Moonlets run, but I think we can pull them off better on a second attempt. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's go. Also, I re-enabled some old mods that we had. In particular, I re-enabled the traffic overlay mod. I managed to get that working again. So that should be nice. Yeah. I've been looking forward to this. I always miss Oni when I go and play other games. That's a good sign, isn't it? But yeah, we'll be selecting dupes here for quite a while, I think. Should we go with the theme? I don't think we're going to have any Barnic dupes to start. We know Barnic dupes. We know they're powerful. We've done plenty of that in the other runs. Let's have a good old-fashioned normal dupe session. And I think what I want to do is I want to find a Senate as well. So let's go ahead and select, let's see. I mean, builder, digger, researcher is what I usually do. I think that's probably going to be fine for this time. See who we get that's interesting. Frost-proof people might be important. Now, a Freya with farming. That sounds good. On theme, frost-proof. Having at least someone with some farming attribute is probably a good idea. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't really want Dress to Impress or Mouth Breather this time. Maybe we'll double spec people, but I kind of want the researcher to be mono researching, so we won't have a digging researcher. I don't think. I'm kind of tempted just to roll until we get a Senna. You're a Maya. You're frost-proofing up the small bladder. It's interesting that they still haven't tweaked the small bladder. Yeah, 3 traits is really good for morale late game. Historically, we haven't had that many issues with morale. Last time we were having stress issues, but that was because of popped eardrums. We were firmly in control of the morale situation. And also, the building and digging attributes give a lot of value per level. So having your 3 starting people be mono-spec is quite powerful, and then picking the rest of them to have lots of interests I quite like. I do want frostproof dupes, but we're not going to take that one. We got a Higbee with supplying cuisine. I don't think I want gourmet. The decreased food morale bonus is pretty bad. We got a Senna. We got a bottomless calories early bird Senna. You know what? Why not? That's 11 digging. That's going to be very fast digging. I like it. Hello, Ludus Artifacts. Hope you're doing well. New only run day today. It's exciting. And we're going to pick all variant dupes to start, I think. Now let's go find our researcher. Again, can we get someone that's frostproof? I guess we don't have to have them all be frostproof. Not a Frankie. The only thing about Freya as well as they are destructive, but I don't think it's going to matter right at the start. As a Quinn. No, we want our researcher to be mono-researching. We can keep looking for a little bit. It's mostly so I can pick more skills per dupe. Yeah, I mean, you know me. We tend to print a lot of dupes early on just to make sure all the bases are covered. So having guys with just the sheer stats to do a single task quickly makes a bigger difference to me. As a Devon. Shriveled Taste Buds Max. I don't know, Shriveled Taste Buds is really good. I kind of want to have a third variant person, though. The Unusuales. Not an LA. Yeah, we're going to reroll for a little bit. I'm looking for ideally a Maya or a Higbee. Seen quite a few good people so far. It's fine. Oh, we got a Steve. We got a Frostproof Steve. I can't turn down a Frostproof Steve, can I? So we've got 2 Yodelers and a Sparkle Streaker. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like this. Freya, Senna, and Steve. Cool. Let's see. Get you out of here. And remove... Yeah, remove that. Okay, good. Alright, those are 3 guys. And then... Serious Business. That's going to be the name. I have to stop theming my series around specific goals. Because we've done that quite a few times where we haven't reached a goal and that felt really silly. So we're just going to call this one Serious Business. Steve! Yes, there we go. And again, you guys can name the dupes of channel points. That's definitely on the cards. Yeah, let's begin. Pretty happy with this. Slight lack in the building attribute, but that's okay. I'm sure everyone will chip in. Alrighty. Well, we got our big pile of wood. It's all good. So, first things first. Enable proximity. I'm never going to forget that again. I promise. High priority on attack. High priority on life support. Very high on toggling. Let's see. Researching for you. Digging for you. Building for you. Farming. 1 level, I think, will do. And then let's just go through and check. Oh my god, look how happy Senna looks. Because they're an early bird. It's hilarious. Just check if they've got any negatives. I don't think they do. No. Good. Okay. In that case, to start... I'm just going to get you to dig this way. We'll come over here. Oh my god. I actually forgot that command made a noise like that. Steve! Steve 2. Alright. You're going to be Steve 2. I don't know why that alert lasted so long on there. I'm going to have to go back to stream alerts and fix that. Right. Is that good? Are you happy with that, Zarek? What else do I want to do? Ah, yes, loot. We probably have a bazillion blueprints to unlock, so let's do that first while people are still showing up. Oh my god, we have 19 blueprints. Okay. We're going to rapid fire these, because I don't want it to get in the way of what we're doing. But we'll stop if there's good ones. Behold the dopamine of many gloves and socks. I am not optimistic about these odds. Ooh, we got the mural. We bought all of the art a while ago, so I'm not overly fussed about that. The Ultra Jet Helmet. Wow. Okay, that's good. The Satsuma Jelly Jacket. I think we already have this one. Our outfits included. We may get an outfit for people. We already have that one. But I need to think about it. We already have that wallpaper, I believe. I don't think we have this skirt. We have a similar looking skirt. A basic white shirt. That's a good one to have. I'm sure we already have it, though. The polka dot skirt? Wow. Okay. We will probably have a lot of filament as well. Yeah, I'll have a think about an outfit, and I'll give people an outfit next week, I think. Okay. That was all the blueprints. So without any further ado, let's actually begin. So we're going to need metal. There is some cinnabar here right away. I probably am going to want to dig that up. Can I find some metal in the ceiling? I would prefer to do that. Yeah. Let's get everyone to start digging. Close all the messages. And that's all good. Obviously, it's very cold everywhere. Let's go get the wood heater straight away. So, we want this ice anyways. I would suggest that we do a ladder. And then what I will do is I will dig that, I'll dig that, I'll dig that, and we'll get up here and grab the coats. It's probably the most important thing to do to get everyone's athletics up. Otherwise, the non-frostproof dupes are going to be pretty hard up. And Senna is the digger, so that is relevant. Ideas: spend channel points to choose outfits. That's not a bad idea. The only thing is, I don't want things that are going to take up too much time. I think I will give everyone 2 bedtime slots to start with, just to make sure that everyone actually gets to bed on time. It's fine. That's not a bad idea. Senna is notably wearing a different outfit than everyone else, but that's fine. Because she's from the premium pack. We spent real-life money to unlock her, and we've hardly done anything with her. Now, this granite we can uncover fairly quickly, but not quite yet. We could go up here and then walk around. It seems like a pretty good way of finding stuff quickly. I'm pretty happy with that. And then we can just dig that, and then we can climb around. Yeah, that seems good. And we've got some metal here. We've got the Sherbury. We've got a Phlox. As we know, Phloxes are very powerful and will be the basis of probably a lot of what we do. The research portal's down here. That's interesting. So, how about... We know we want metal. How about we just dig like this. Grab a load of metal. Go past the snow. Dig down here, dig down here. That should be absolutely fine. And yeah, Senna doesn't need to move very fast at the moment because, well, they're a digger. I guess I'll get you to come over here. We'll see what we can find. We got the Tundra Biome with the Wheezeworts and the Sleetwheat. That's good. We know the Sleetwheats are really good for free food. We got a Rust Biome over here. Probably not super exciting yet, but something to look at later. Any geysers? This map is geoactive. Not that I can currently see. Okay, that's fine. You can come back, Senna. Right, let's activate this. Yeah, so make that priority 9. Rummage this. We'll give the coat to Senna. In fact, actually, if we give the coat to Senna, maybe we don't need to activate this. Let's disable it for now. That could work. Yeah, let's go get the portal so that we have the research. And then I guess we just start getting set up on rooms. So I want to do our 23 wide normal layout. There don't seem to be a huge amount of obstacles over here. I kind of want to explore a little bit more in that direction. There's a load of ice. I could get you to come up here. We can let that oxygen out. That might be worth doing. Okay. Right, so Senna, you can have the coat. That should be alright. And then I think what I'll do is I think I'll just dig through here. Let's priority 9 this dig, and we'll make this where the bedroom is. Because we've got the heater here already. We've got some tiles here already. We will shuffle stuff around later. I just want to make sure we're actually getting the rooms working today. You're still cold. Okay, well, we'll enable this then. We'll get that working. Oh, are you okay now? You are okay now. Okay, well. Make that priority 1. Probably not necessary now I've got 2 frostproofs and a warm coat. Then again, we do have 20 tons of wood. I doubt very much we're going to be in a problem. That's not the problem we've historically had on this run. We want access to all of the stuff up here. There is a load of metal in here, so I would quite like you to dig that too. In terms of doors, I think what I will do is put a door here and a door here. And then we're going to do that so that the carbon dioxide floats downwards. And then furniture, we can just put some cots in here. Probably, we remove this. I'll get you to remove that. We can get 6 in here. 6 will be a good number of people to start with, I think. That should be fine. I want to see what geysers we have. That would be something interesting to see. We need the bathroom to be sorted out as well. This means we're going to need the ice liquefier, so we need to get people digging down here. That is important. Obviously, the map is super cold. It does not really matter if people pee themselves, because it's going to very quickly clean up with how cold everything is. But that's fine. Bathroom? I don't know exactly where we're going to put the bathroom. I think what our plan is, I will plan to make this the laboratory. We'll make this the 11 wide room. And then I'll put some doors here. And then I'll probably make this... a 5 wide room for now. Put a ladder here. This is going to be the access shaft. We'll push this stuff back later. In fact, actually, if we're going to do that, then I'll move that there. 1 bathroom will probably do. Downward dig is unreachable. True. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well, Entrophist. Going to rush above 0 degree living area or put that off for a while. I am not going to rush anything. We are going to relax and enjoy ourselves. I do not want a repeat of Ceres Moonlets where we went too fast for my own enjoyment. Normally we don't actually prioritize doing a plum bathroom right away. Might be a good idea. It doesn't seem like we have that many nearby obstacles, even though it's geoactive. So, if we have a lot of space available, the answer is probably yes. Plan to have a box space where everyone's warm. Not really relevant yet. I guess it depends on which duplicants we're offered as well. Because if we're offered frostproof dupes or we find a load of warm coats right away, then maybe we don't worry about it as much. There are some coats down here. That's good. Obviously, we don't have access until we can get through the granite, but we'll just print someone and immediately give them hard digging. That is very much usually the style. So if I'm going to do that, then I probably want door, snow tile. And we'll put the bathroom here. I'd very much prefer people to impede themselves more for my own reputation than anything else. Yeah, wisdom teeth are a bugger. But really, we do want this so we can actually get the ice liquefier quickly. The other thing is, I'm probably going to want to dig out here. Oh, hold on. I've got a better plan. If we do that, and then come down here, then we can dig through the snow and get in here, like this. That's a better plan. Because then we can get access to this oxygen for the dig. We got Mammoths. We got the iron ore. We got a lumen quartz. Rounding up lumen quartz is going to be important as well. Right. This room is now sealed off. We have a barracks. This will be a laboratory eventually. And then... for now... put some snow tiles there. Dig that tile. We'll hard tile this eventually. But I think this is going to be at least where we put the preliminary bathroom. Now, I'm umming and ahhing about where to put the sink. I'm going to change this later for sure, but I'm just going to put an outhouse here for now and a wash basin here. And we will probably not build a load of stuff over here to start, although... I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be the main access shaft, so we'll just have everything hug this shaft, I think. Yeah, you guys could start digging down here. We got ethanol, we got a bed, we got loads of lumen quarters. That's 4 lumen quarters. We got the supply teleporter. Okay, and activate this. Very important. And then, yeah, prioritize this. Diagnostics, I want to see idleness always. Sounds good. Ugh, good stuff. Hello, Alex Byrne. Hope you're doing well. I'm good. I'm enjoying being back to Oni. I really enjoyed Syntopia. We will see what the devs have to cook on that, but we will go back to that game and play some of the challenge runs. Probably when I get the new computer. My computer was alright at first, but when we were on the later levels, it was getting a bit much, especially when we spawned in 30 demons at once. That was a bit too much for the computer to handle. That being said, I'm pretty sure that was because of the demons more than anything else. There we go, portal unlocked. So we got wood heater, ice liquefier, wood tile. Okay. So, this means you can start melting water for research and for the wash basin. So, for now, I'm just going to put the ice liquefier in here. That's the main thing I wanted. And then, I suppose, the reasonable thing to do would be to dig and get into here. So, is there a convenient way for me to do that without ruining this? Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and dig there, and then we'll dig this tile just to go have a look. But you guys are mostly done with this cycle now, so go ahead and eat. Welcome back, Leofar. Yeah, Oni is back. It is my first love. We got the variety dupes today. We got a Freya, we got a Senna, we got a Steve. This is Steve 2, as per the naming request. I'm just going to disable this. We don't need this to run. None of you are having any heat issues. That's good. I will probably get you to yellow alert build this, though. You're actually done? Wait, why are you done? Have you been to the bathroom? Why is this out of order? Oh, we need dirt! Did we not? Wait. You needed to fill this up. Stupid. Right, okay. Look, you guys are having the extra downtime session today. Have fun. Right, no. Yeah, actually do E. Yeah, okay. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to worry about germs today. So long as they actually all P, I'll be alright. How will the germs do? Senna, you can go in the morning. That's fine. So long as Steve actually leaves in time to go to bed, I'll be happy. I think that will be the case. Look, we're playing it a little fine. There you go. You are tired. You've queued up the errand. So even if it flips today, you should be fine. Getting my outhouses served in time is one of my common issues. I think that's why I had a slime lung break. Really? I don't think slime lungs are related to outhouses at all. It's food poisoning germs. See? We got loads of food poisoning germs. It's fine. But this is going to be set to priority 9. And this is going to be set to priority 9. Because I want you to turn this off and stop wasting the wood. 2 morbs spawned out of the outhouses. Oh, wow. You've got to really leave it for that to happen. Good job. Oh, well. Yeah, Senna, you'll go to the loo. That'll be fine. We'll build the ice liquefier. We'll get the wash basin sorted out. I think what I'm probably going to do... Yeah, feel free to disinfect stuff for now. At the very moment, I'm probably going to put a tile here, put the doors here, and then get to work on another bathroom here, because this isn't really ideal. I don't know, maybe I don't need to worry about that yet. If we're not actually going this way for anything, then that's fine. The only thing is, I do want to come down here and grab clothes. How about we dig through the oxalite? And we come and have a look over here. That's probably worthwhile, right? I always find it funny how the dupes will look left and right when using a toilet. Well, they're not going to look behind them, are they? This is a 2D plane of existence. But can you imagine how performance to 3D only would be? Nah, I like it. Although, actually, it's funny. I was thinking about FPS. We don't actually restrict the FPS in Oni at all. I don't think there's any way to do it. Oh, I could do it in here. I don't think there's any point. This laptop has a 240 Hz monitor. Which I do occasionally use, but not while I'm streaming. Why so serious? Yes. Welcome to Snow Fox, very apt name for today. We're serious because last time we were kind of not so serious, and I was seriously annoyed. But there were also some bugs, and this was the map that we originally wanted to do, if I'm being frank. There's a geyser. We will wait until we have a hard digging dupe, because we can come grab that pretty quickly. I think it would be pretty easy for us to dig over here, so I'm going to get you to do that. And then we're going to have a look. It doesn't work. I set it to 30, still get 100. Yeah. Thankfully, only is a game where FPS is not an issue until your CPU. You start to have a big laggy colony. And then it's laggy for non-graphics reasons, which is right about my style, really. Okay, you're full of water now. That's good. And we'll put the supercomputer in here as well. We'll put the research station in here for now. Batteries, I think I'm probably just going to put over here. And the manual generator and such. That's probably fine. And then wires can go over here. I will put some regular tiles in. Actually, you know what? We got the wood here. Wood gives the extra decor. That's not really relevant, but if we run out of wood, then I'll replace the wood tiles. But you don't have a lot of rock on this map. I'm gonna be real. So go ahead and work on that. I've never had an FPS issue when it comes to gameplay, just whether I want to watch my colony as a video or a slideshow. Yeah, this is a game where it doesn't matter if it gets down to 10 FPS. And also, so one thing I didn't like about Syntopia, I think my main criticism of Syntopia was that, I'm not sure it's even a criticism of the game or just how my computer handled it, but it was laggy in spikes. It would be 30 for a while, and then it would dip to 10, and then it would go back. And that would happen a lot. And that's what leads to a less enjoyable experience for me. Whereas with Oni, when you get FPS drops, for the most part, it's consistent. For me. Yeah, this is fine. You need some more oxygen. You're going to get some more oxygen. I think you'll be alright. Let's go ahead and put the research station in. We don't need the wood heater yet. It's going to go there. Maybe I'll put some more batteries over here later or something. I don't know. We could pretty easily actually get in here and unlock this to start. I would like to do that. Yeah, let's go have a look. And I'll get you to come down here and dig this too, and we can have a little bit more of a look that way. We got some hydrogen? Why do we have some hydrogen? Saltwater biome, that's why. I think I will get you to do this, and then you can actually get out of here. Get down here. With the exception of cycle hanging when the game hangs for 5 seconds, as it presumably doesn't autosave. Yeah, but that's alright. I don't mind that much. We'll want to come grab the mammoth bits pretty quickly, but there's no break in the granite as far as I could tell. So that can happen later. I think what I will do is I will start setting up a bathroom over here as well. I'm going to priority 9 this just to make sure they actually do it. Like game, the autosave is a great time to go to the bathroom or have a drink. When you change the you can change the autosave frequency, but I've learned to never disable it fully. Yeah, the thing is, I like having it a daily autosave, especially for when I'm testing stuff in sandbox mode for my build videos. And there are numerous times where having a daily autosave has been very useful, so I don't really want to change it. We got a saltwater geyser down here, that's nice. We got a geyser here. I'm not going to do the geyser trick where you hover over the alert with the yellow alert here and look at it in the menu. We should be able to access them fairly quickly. It's probably not going to change my initial plans in any case. I'm also quite glad I've slowly weaned myself off the idle notification tweaks mod. I'm now learning to actually pin idleness here and look at it. I'm sure I'll get caught out today because I haven't played it in a while, but that's fine. Alright, I think we can speed to it. Oh, God. I just said that. Right, well that's because I moved this over here. So, put those ladders in here, please. Oh, I see what the issue is. Yeah, go ahead and do those first, so that Senna can actually get down from here. Wait! You should dig this instead. We probably didn't need to do the yellow alert here. Okay, that's fine. Now you can go and have a wander around. Reminds me that in my Ceres Minor run, I built the supercomputer in a room with a saltwater geyser. LOL, that's funny. I like it. Is that geyser trick ever necessary? The game's not really hard enough in a way that knowing about which geyser is which early would solve. I don't think you really need it. And to be honest, I always rush getting at least one level of hard digging so we can get around the granite. You can always actually have a look at the geysers due to the formation with the obsidian. With just hard digging. We did do it for challenge runs, and I'm glad that the technology exists for challenge runs. But it's not... I find it's more enjoyable just to discover them naturally, usually. I like knowing because I'm really curious. Yeah. I picked the seed out in advance. I know there's some favorable geysers. I know we actually have some Metal Volcanoes this time. Because, I mean, last time was okay. I just like having a Metal Volcano. Alright? And, I mean, you know me. I kind of like to have an aluminium volcano. So we got the conductive aluminium for stuff. Definitely not guaranteed that, and it makes a difference to me, personally. So we picked them out with an aluminium volcano. Don't hate on me. Yeah, then we can come build that ladder. That's probably fine. This is ready for the research. So, things to start researching. Let's just make sure everyone's eating in the right place. Food's gonna be sherbary. The earlier I know I have an iron volcano, the earlier I can stop half of steel. Yeah, we have an iron volcano as well. We did fine last time without any metal volcanoes, but if you had a big asteroid like this without any metal volcanoes, I think that would just annoy me. Again, I'm not doing this as a challenge run. I'm just doing this to try and explore new game content. And relax, you know? When I did Ceres, I think I had exactly one gold volcano. Yeah, but I mean, it's a gold volcano. You can't be mad about a gold volcano. You didn't do the wood tiles here. That's okay. That's still a latrine. That's still a barracks. That was a full-size Ceres. Wow. Harsh. Yeah, there's a geyser up there as well. In that case, I should probably get you to come over here and dig this out as well. I'm kind of trying not to dig out the ice just because it... I don't know. It pleases me. And then... probably... I'll go through this ice here. Dig that oxalite out, I think. Okay, you guys are all socializing now. That's good. Are you actually... you have actually gone for a pee. That's good. Okay, I think I can actually set you to... I'll leave you on 3 downtime. You guys deserve nice things. After the last run. I did Ceres Minor with a bunch of geysers, and I also had a metallic swampy moonlet and at least 5 regular metal volcanoes. Oh, you know what I didn't check? I didn't check to see whether we had a sulfur geyser. But that's fine. I think we actually semi-successfully explored the concept of using Sweetles to ranch spigot seals with the sucrose from the Sweetles. I think that was reasonably explored in Ceres Moonlets. My plan this time, if I'm going to be really honest, is to potentially pip plant some bonbon trees, because there's pips on the big Ceres asteroid. We will actually do some pip planting for a change. Not an excessive amount, but at least some. Algae X. Well, there you go. Oh yeah, I wish some sulfur geysers were guaranteed in some asteroid. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Although, maybe... you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see sulfur meteor explosions. Okay, you guys did not wash your hands. Why is that? Is there a sandbox showcase of the Sweetles spigot? No, that is one of the next ones on my list. I've got to admit, I'm taking a little bit of a break from sandbox showcase, because we did a lot of videos on that recently. And I want to just give it a breather and just actually play only normally again. I want to make sure I'm not too much in the mindset of just building stuff that's theoretically possible. I want to make sure it's actually practical for game stuff. Don't disinfect the outhouse, that's just silly. I want to put a proper bathroom in. This is going to annoy me otherwise. We're going to make it a dedicated bathroom that people can't exit the other way. And we'll put it here. And realistically, I will door this off here, and then I will get you to extend it over the laboratory. That's gonna be fine. Yeah, you're getting over here just fine. We won't actually be able to get to this geyser until we get level 2 digging. So that's interesting to think about. Also, Freya is already yodeling. +8 machinery, +8 construction, +8 strength. That's very helpful considering Freya was not the best builder. That's actually huge. Fantastic. And you're going to be serenading people. I guess we'll see if that applies to people or not. God. Imagine me getting an overjoy response before our first print. I don't think there's anything I really want to change in here. Well, it's family time. Try not to die in the next hour or so. Thanks. Yeah. I'm not that rusty. We've got our spare bed ready for people as well. I don't think there's anything else we currently need to do. What's entombed? The door? Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and grab that. We're going to keep digging through here. We've got a load of brine ice. That's not really relevant to me. We could hook up some more of this if I really care. I mean, we probably should go have a look around anyways, right? There's no reason not to go have a look around. Let's do that, and then we're okay. And then you can come over here and dig this. You should be able to climb down here just fine. But yeah, the spigot seal video is going to be quite complicated because we're going to have a section where we talk about the bonbon trees. We're going to have a section where we talk about Sweetles spigot synergy. And we're probably going to have a section on biodiesel production from melting seals. So that's probably going to be one of those sort of anthologies where I have lots of small topics to look at instead of a dedicated situation. Right, I'm going to remove these because I don't want people spreading germs everywhere. It's always hard for me to do spigots since I value nectar so much. Yeah, that's the thing. You always want your first several tons of nectar or so for your efficient cooling networks. Actually being able to make a proper freezer really early on is really nice. And getting the extra power efficiency can be nice. I should probably do the thermoregulator more for freezers, if I'm going to be honest. But when you have the option of nectar, it's so tempting just to not bother. And just skip straight to the aqua tuna. These guys are pretty nonplussed about their errand at the moment. That's fine. We'll find something else to put in this room. Maybe the rock crusher. I don't know. And then you guys can go ahead and do that. Did we already do the researches? Who's got researching priority? Steve. Oh, you need to do the tile. Yeah, fair enough. We need to do this dig as well. Oh. That's irritating. That kind of invalidates my whole plan up here. How do I expect this to work? I mean, we can do that. That's alright. Yeah, this is starting to come together. Right, when's our print? 43 seconds. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. And then we'll see who our first print is. I usually end up super annoyed at wild spigot seals leaving ethanol all over the place, so just shove this over ethanol trees. Bonbon trees. Yeah, that's something I want to do as well. I want to make sure that the ethanol can just drain freely from the spigot seal ranch, wherever it is. We got a Liam, we got a Maya. I like the Maya. We have a farmer, so this is fine. Another builder is probably fairly good. We obviously don't want a farter. But we've got the spiffy overalls. No, don't. We need the dupe. But the spiffy overalls. But no. We gotta do the dupe first. We'll make you a plumber later. Having the building's gonna be handy as well. I know. Look. We also said that we wanted all the variety dupes. So that's fine. The main thing is I want to give you hard digging to start. So we can just do that early. And for now, I'm going to prioritize you on digging. But I'm going to give you lower priority on these other tasks as well. And then if we look at Maya as well, you have a penalty in agriculture. So I'll just tell you not to bother with agriculture. Okay. And then I need someone to unlock this bioscan. And then we need to get someone in the geyser pretty quickly. So which one is that? This one. So that will be a case of come down here, do that, and then probably this. Funnily enough, there are only a couple of granite tiles we actually need to look at. But putting dupes in the overalls is like a new dupe. I mean, the only thing is, we now actually have one dupe that's not heat-proof. But uncultured and germ-resistant is good, so I'm not going to complain. Steve's doing the research. Yeah, you're going to be pretty slow, so... let's enable this again. It's going to take you a while to wander over here. And you're probably going to slip on the ice, too. That's okay. That's a lot of ethanol down here. We also want you to come down here and grab the lumen quartz. That will make things more efficient. Maybe we'll make this a very small ball for food to start with. Is there anywhere else we want to go immediately? Probably not. I'm happy for the rest of those digs to go as planned. Let's speed to it. I think the aim for this run is going to be speed 2. We'll see how that goes. Right, I'm interrupting your errand. Sorry. No? Oh. That's not working anymore. Interesting. Did they fix that? Where you can manually tell a dupe to ignore the cold surroundings? I mean, to be fair, you can get in here and do a little bit of this. I also actually want you to get in here, and we can... oh, we can't get in here because of the granite. Okay. Right, don't need to plant a box yet. There's no lumen quartz down here, so probably don't need to go that way just yet. Yeah, I guess leave that alone for now, then. That's fine. Can you just get a dupe with hard digging? Yeah, they're just going to... the problem is she doesn't have the frostproof, so we need you to actually go and get a jacket or actually get heated up. They were over here and then they had to go back, and I was trying to interrupt the errand to recover from cold, so they just do the dig and then go do it, but they were hard resetting to recover from cold. Do you think that that behavior has been patched since we last played Oni? Because we've relied on that trick a lot in the past to get things done faster, at first. But yeah, getting in here is going to be important. I don't really want to dig up the sleet wheat, so I think what we'll do is go like this. That should work. We'll get hard digging on our other person soon. I just want to see whether it's something we need to prioritize right away, because if it's a metal volcano, then we probably need to activate it right away. Yeah, that's good. You got serenaded as well. Good to see. +5 to those attributes. So happy. I realize a slight flaw with this plan. It's morning and you still haven't woken up. I need to move bedtime back and have them wake up earlier. Because we got an early bird that's just lazing around in the morning. They didn't always have this expression when they've been serenaded. They've added that, haven't they? Now, you need to not dig this one tile. You need to see all the tiles. Sorry. Everyone else still has stuff to do, that's fine. Yeah, no, let's try and interrupt it again. Yeah, it doesn't work. What if I yellow alert it? That works. Okay. We'll do that then. Okay, what's this? Iron Volcano. Okay, we do want to enable that right now. Go for it. And then we'll let the heat sort itself. Mammoths like to be hot anyways, right? That's fine. Yeah, give me some iron. It's fine. Although, maybe this path isn't going to last very long. It's currently idle. That means it's actually erupting. That's good to see. Is it a good one? Looks like a fairly normal one. That's good. Probably don't actually need to dig that tile, now I think about it. You know what? Don't yellow alert this. Oh. I don't want you to analyze the volcano yet. And we can't get you to analyze the volcano yet. That doesn't need to be yellow alert. Right. Don't worry about this. What do we want to keep doing up here? I mean, we could clear some more of the space. That's fine. We'll probably make a big room for that. Oh, there's a geyser right here. We should go have a look at this. So, I will have to actually go through the bleach stone. Where am I going to dump the bleach stone? We don't really have many good liquids. Maybe we just don't worry about it. If it's cold enough, it doesn't off-gas, does it? But that's not the temperatures that we've got around here, is it? We're just going to have an annoying bleach stone situation over here. I've kind of accepted that, so just come over here and do that. And then let's go set up a mess hall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make a better one later. Let's go ahead and get you to build these first. And then, what else do we want? Water cooler, crafting station probably isn't a bad plan. You're all heated up now, so you should be able to do this, and then we can rummage in here and hopefully find another vest. A warm coat for you. That would be perfect. And then we also want to get up here and see what this is. So, I think what I actually want to do here is I want to... We can't do this yet because we need abyssite digging. So I'm not going to worry about that yet. We can get to this lumen quartz though. So let's go ahead and dig this. Then we can get in here and carve this. And then we can come have a look. This is one of the glaciers. You can see all the ice and the polluted ice. That's fine. And then we'll want a path in here as well. So I think what I'll do is I'll come in here, and then I'll dig that. And I'll dig that, and then I'll come down like this. And then we can get in here and carve all of these. Probably disable this and deconstruct this, just so no one sleeps in there by accident. We've had that happen before. Then we can actually just wander around into here pretty much already. There's actually a 5th lumen quartz down here. That's going to be huge. Yeah, all we need to do is dig those 2 tiles. That's fine. Okay. So far, so good. I'm just going to go ahead and get advanced research, and we're going to put the supercomputer here. We'll figure out what to do with these rooms in a bit. How are you guys with the music volume? Is it alright? Oh, we got a warm coat. That goes to Maya. There you go. Anything else? A snazzy suit. That goes to Freya, because she's right here. There you go. Have fun. Who needs spiffy overalls when you have snazzy suits? Me. The answer is me. Another warm coat. That's great. So we can print another dupe without any trouble. That's what I like to see. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's deconstruct the wood pile. We've used up about half the wood. Noted. Oh, there's a volcano. Wait. What happened? Oh, we got over here. We got over here. Yes, we got a volcano. This looks like a pretty spiky one. We will deal with these in this run. And if not, then yell at me. There's another Lumen Quartz. There's the Brain Machine. We're definitely going to use the Brain Machine. It is... I think the stress reduction is an incentive to have a bigger colony, frankly. Running less dupes and then having them die to stress is not fun. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable plan for now. We'll do Weezeworts for radiation. There's a spigot seal. There's a tree. That's good. There's a brain. Okay. We want probably Senna. You can have this because you're going to be digging. We've got some more lockers to rummage in. That's good. Get another warm coat that will be even Stevens. And get our 6 people. There's a geyser here as well. So we can get over here. I probably want to stick a ladder here so the ethanol doesn't leak out. That could just be made out of granite. Then we can get in here and do this. That should be fine. Obviously, if there's a really hot geyser there, then we probably don't want to blow it up. Oh, I'm almost out of Fanta. That's no good. Yeah, so far so good. More bathrooms is a good plan for more dupes later on. I think everyone is currently okay. Oh, you're in the brain machine now. That's funny. Okay. Oh, right, you're not quite done yet. Okay. That's fine. Let me click the button. You gotta get to bed. You got strength. Okay. That's fine. I'm not gonna complain. Not the one I was aiming for. I mean, is it the one I was aiming for? Oh, I just like Deep Diver's Lungs too much. I don't think... Can you even get that from a vacillator? I'm going crazy. Don't mind me. Well, you'll get to bed at some point. I think that was a reasonable trade-off. Right, water cooler, crafting station. Yeah, we already have the wood heater, that's fine. Is there anywhere else I want to look right now? Probably not, but I do want you to dig over here just to make sure we can see what's going on. So, probably speed 2 again. Yeah, keep slipping over, that's fine. These are not going to be tiles forever. I'm going to get you to deconstruct these. We got Snaz's suit. We got Snaz's suit. Okay. I would have liked one more warm coat, but that's fine. 5 dupes will be a good start. We got some polluted water. That's probably not the end of the world. If we put it here, it's just going to freeze. So I'm probably not going to bother with that. Just let it off gas, that's fine. People idle. I haven't given them enough stuff to do. I will get you to come and go in here. Because then we can let this oxygen out. I don't think there's any need for us to go up here from an exploration point of view. And we'll wait to build the supercomputer as well. That should happen fairly soon. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Dig. I'll get you to wander over here as well, just in case there's something that we didn't quite spot. And I guess what I could get you to do is start digging up all the sherberries. You can reach them. I don't think you can. So how about you build a snow tile here, and then you can reach them. Really? No, I want Senna to do this. Right, everyone is now idle. Okay, so If you're all currently idle, I'm going to get you to start laddering down here. Because we are definitely going to do that later. And in fact, I'm going to get you to come up here as well. Although we have granite now. Is wood necessary for ladders? Probably not. Let's do granite ladders. That's going to be where the shaft goes. And then I'm also going to put... we want the fire pole going through here, but that can happen in a bit. Actually, maybe we should just do the fire pole now. I mean, it depends. Is there anything down here we specifically need? There's a salt slush geyser. Hello, old boomer Bill. This looks like a scary start. Yeah, Ceres is pretty interesting. It's very cold, and there's not a lot of rock. So you do have to prioritize digging out the granite fairly quickly for building material. And the key issue is power. There are some very powerful power sources in Ceres, but they're quite complicated to use. And the game kind of pushes you in the direction of burning ethanol for power in a petroleum generator. But then you end up generating so much CO2 that you suffocate your colony with the CO2. So trying to do it without generating too much CO2 is a bit annoying. I mean, what people do end up doing is dumping the CO2 into space. The Alveo Veras can help, but they still won't consume enough to handle the output of petroleum generators unless you have so many of them that your dupes are stuck with the manual labor of removing all of the oxalite blobs, which is not ideal. Right, let's put the supercomputer in anyways. We know that's the plan. You know what? I would quite like the phone. Because that's a recreation building we can fit downstairs pretty easily. We'll probably make a better Great Hall later, but... well, we can start on that as well, couldn't we? I'll tell you what, if we actually do that, then I'll get you to put some wood tiles here as well, because we're going to build on this. We want to save the wood for the tiles, because it gives the extra decor as well. As well as the run speed. This door can go as well. We don't actually have the advanced research skill yet, but that's fine. We've still got plenty of other labor for people to do. You have carved the quartz. Okay, that's very important. So quartz goes here. That's priority 9. Quartz goes here. Any task that has an orange bar, most of the time, unless it's got a fixed animation, will get the lit workspace bonus. So you want light sources. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm actually going to put the others here, just so that I remember that they're there. There's actually one down here as well that we could reach if we just do that and then get you to carve this. Probably not the most glamorous job in the world. But yeah, look, we got pips, we got arbitraries. This is something that I didn't really talk about a lot in any of the series runs, and is why I wanted to play it on Ceres Minor or Ceres Major specifically instead of Ceres Moonlets. Because we have pips, we have pip planting, and also we have oxyferns that we can duplicate instead of relying on Alveo Veras necessarily. So these are options I want to evaluate. I did a pip and arbitrary ranch in the game recently, but it was hard to maintain outside of its native climate. Yeah, I mean, the good news is there is a little pocket, but it's not very big. It depends on the geysers we have. Now, the fun thing is we have a cool salt slush geyser and a saltwater geyser. This one's at 95 degrees and is twice as much as this one, which is at minus 10 degrees. So there is some maths on this. It's probably going to be about 60 degrees average. That's a bit too hot. Is that too hot for water weeds? No. That's about right if we mix these two geysers for water weeds. But the only issue is this comes out as brine. So, and these guys only actually want the salt water. That's kind of annoying. Well, we'll have a think. We certainly have options anyways. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and grab all of this as well. Are you trapped? You are kind of trapped. Let's probably iron the ladders. You make salt water out of brine. It's not very easy. I believe that's not actually possible. We look at brine. Its state transitions straight to steam and salt water, all into brine ice. Salt water can turn into brine, but not the other way around. Which is irritating. Right, you aren't currently doing anything. So, I guess I'll get you to clear all the snow. Because that's just going to be a nuisance later otherwise. And maybe I'll just get you to dig all of this ice, frankly, if you're not going anywhere. But that's probably not going to work exactly how we want it to go. Right, you can dig that, you can dig this. I really want you to move the lumen quartz. Is that happening? Not really. That can happen later. I just needed to get you... I need to get you out of here first. Are you trapped? Maybe a little bit trapped. Okay, I'll tell you what. You do that. And this. Then you'll be alright. Surely. Yeah, now you can get downstairs. Good. Okay. And then I'm just gonna yellow alert these when everyone's done. You're hanging out? That's fine. These guys like the open mouth bandits. I know, I was asking the other way around because I don't recall it being possible. You could process the brine into water and salt and then recombine into salt water using the emulsifier. We have kind of done that in the past. But I think what we actually did was we geotuned the saltwater geyser and then used the emulsifier to remix it into salt water for water weeds. Because that was technically power positive, which is bizarre to think about. But if we max geotune brine, it would get up to 90 degrees. So we'd still need to push it over the edge a little bit. I mean, we might do that. Depends on bleach stone availability. I mean, the good news is this is quite a spiky one. This is a good candidate. If we geotune this, we'll get a lot more bleach stone out with the hopper than we put in. So we could probably use that to bootstrap this and make that into our power source. Maybe. And then we can mix the brine into here, get it a bit cooler, and then just have it all be steam and salt. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. Geotune this, get that generating a load of power, and then dump this into there. That's going to be the midterm power solution for sure. Oh, whoops. Do that for now. Not the end of the world that they didn't get the morale bonus today, but whatever. And then we're kind of waiting for someone to just get the friggin' advanced research skill, right? We could do more. We could get something else. I think it's okay. Let's just speed to it. You're helping. The bleach stone has never been viable for me for that. We did a video about it. If you use the bleach stone hopper on the salt that you get from the brine, because the brine geyser is 30% salt. It's a lot. There is a video. It's one of my most popular ones, actually. It's called How to Profit from Saltwater Geysers. But the point is, if you're geotuning a saltwater geyser, the geotune is going to consume more bleach stone than they give you from the salt. But because you're getting some salt anyways, sometimes if this is outputting enough salt water, it can actually still be bleach stone positive overall. But the geotuners themselves aren't. The interesting thing is, this saltwater geyser actually has a lower active output than this cool salt slush geyser. That's really weird. So that means this is a really good geotuning candidate, and this is a really bad geotuning candidate. Because this is going to eat a lot of bleach salt, eat a lot of bleach stone, but not as much benefit. Because it erupts for so long. You want short eruptions when you're geotuning stuff, so this is perfect. But saltwater geysers are so good anyways, it would be silly not to. Right, Steve 2 does indeed have advanced researching. We've got 18 morale on Steve 2 and it's cycle 6. That's what I like to see. We got a confined flocks. Okay, well, we'll deal with you later. Soldering station, telescope, mini pod, skill scrubber. It's fine. Can I actually yellow alert this, please? I would quite like you to do that. Freya earned a skill point. Freya can have... We could do with a rancher to move people around. If we don't get a rancher to start with, that could be kind of annoying. I think because we have so many yodelers, I'm actually going to prioritize farming. Because I think we can pick up the extra construction attribute points from the overjoyed reactions. We'll give it a try anyways. I would like the fire pole as well. We'll have to move this. I'll put the heater in the bathroom. That's probably a good plan, right? And... I mean, we'll probably just make this a great hall, right? Put the phone in here and then have 10 seats. And that be the plan, and then make this room something else. I think so. We're making these out of cinnabar. That's probably fine. It's not a metal-rich asteroid. That's fine. Also, is there a heat leak? No heat leak. That's good to see. You started erupting? You have started erupting. That's fantastic. There's also the uranium and the lead in here. We'll remember to make use of that. But we have a lot of lumen quartzes, so there's not really much pressure for us to do that yet. So that's good. I'm actually going to get you to ladder into here just to get some more granite from these tiles. You think there might be a heat leak? Well, it's possible. I think it would be a heat... Okay, so I think it would be a heat leak if we dug this up. We had solid to gas transfer. I think it is technically leaking heat, but not very quickly. Well, I don't think it's going to be catastrophic anyways. This is quite hot in here. Yeah. Okay. Right, who we got? Algae. Okay. We got a rancher with noodle arms and plus strength. That's kind of irritating. Building impaired is not good. Building impaired, trypophobic, athletics. God, we got some real messy people here. Right. I'll tell you what. I'll go with pay because they have the ranching interest. And they've got the excavation. That's fine. I think I would print pay based on that alone. So, pay, we are going to give you farming as well, so you can go for ranching. And then that means for Freya, we'll actually spec you back into building now that we don't have to worry about that. Okay. And then priorities, you could focus on ranching with a little bit of digging. Then you are not frostproof, so you will need a warm coat. There you go. Alright. We need someone to run on the wheel as well. So let's 29 that. Possibly need someone with operating priority just to actually do that. That could be Maya. Yeah, let's make that Maya. We'll lower her digging priority just to get her on the wheel. Steve shouldn't really be on the wheel. He should be doing this stuff. Oh, I know what we need to do now. I'll leave that lumen quartz there. But let's cancel that relocate. And then this one can go over here. And then this one can go over here. That could be a lower priority. We'll do that later. And then I'll remove that. And then we'll ship these over and then we can put the fire pole in. There's not a lot of obstacles down here. So we probably will dig straight down here. If for no other reason than to have a good CO2 pit to start. But we also do want to explore. We got the Biobot builder. That's potentially worth considering because it's cold. Biobot builders don't get chilly surroundings. Worth thinking about. I will also plan for you guys to come up here. And then we'll go have a look at this. You can't actually get in here because of... No. That's fine, we'll just do this. And then you can grab the pike apples while you're at it. Okay. So far so good. Let's party 9 this ladder as well, because I want to see what this geyser is. We have the 5 beds. Yeah, remove that as well. Okay, let's speed it up again. I think this is going fine. Perhaps we actually gave people too much downtime. I don't know. Oh, the bathroom. Friggin' bane of my existence. Right, well, here's what we're doing. I'm going to shift the bathroom out here. We're going to put a bigger one in. These can actually be priority 9. Sorry. Gonna have a mass peeing session? Maybe. A couple of people emptied their bladders. I think we're actually mostly in the clear. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you just got printed. There. Yeah, let's put the bathroom up here. Oh, stop yellow alerting everything already. Christ. I will probably save the wood for now. We'll just do some snow tiles. Yeah, that needs to be priority 9. This could be priority 8. The bathrooms can be a max of 64 tiles. So what I will probably do is go up to here. There you go. And then we're going to make it so they can't wander this way. And then that should be good. Senna, you can have digging. That was always your plan. Okay. And we'll want to keep moving the lumen quartzes. What about these tiles? We need these tiles to be done as well. And then probably just deconstruct this. We'll do something else here. CO2's getting a little bad. It would be nice if they did this ladder, but obviously we're telling them to do other stuff at the moment, so that's fine. And then I'll get you to relocate this one here. So just do that now, because that'll be quick. Yeah, now you can actually go to Loo. Let's disable disinfect on these. We will set up a plum bathroom eventually. Now, I think what we'll do is we'll have this be like the base ladder, and then we'll put Atmosuit docks here, and then have this be the external ladder, because I don't want to disrupt all the wild sleepweed if we can avoid it. I mean, there's a... Oh, okay, there's a little bit over here that we'll have to do. Maybe we'll do the ladder on this side. We are constrained by the volcano. If we're going to have a proper shoot into space, it's going to have to go here. You're suffocating. Oh, God. Good plan. Good plan. You're not really in an emergency, are you? No. I feel like I've been miscalculating that a lot. Interesting. Okay, well, we're getting there. The labor continues. At least people aren't super cold. That will be relevant when we get the next person. And what I'll probably do as well is put some beds here. Yeah, like that. And then this door will go here. Remove these doors. What did we research? The phone. Yeah, that can go here. We'll do something else with that room down there. So, wire can go that way. I don't think we'll... Do we need to bother with research at the moment? Probably. Let's get the fire pole. I think that is relevant to us. What am I doing? Have fun. But yeah, the base is probably going to top out around here so we don't disrupt the sleepweed. And then that can just be a little box border, because we want to keep this all cold. And this is all hot volcano stuff. So we'll need to think about that. So that's enough room for 5. So that is probably what we want to do. Now these don't need to be wood. So let's make these out of granite. Probably not everything. This could probably all be priority 5. Let's leave that alone. And then you could be disabled disinfect as well. Okay. I think we're getting there. Oh, good to see we got the iron already. And we can just dump the iron in the ethanol and have the ethanol condense on the environment, and then that can delete some of the heat, you know? Is that actually what we're going to do? Are we just going to let the iron erupt into the ethanol directly? That would be pretty funny. I mean, why not? Like, if it works, it ain't stupid. Ethanol deletes heat when it boils, because ethanol as a liquid has a heat capacity of 2.46, but as a gas... There's a heat capacity of 2.148. So because it's negative, every time it boils and condenses, it deletes a small fraction of that power, of that heat, about 12.5%. 12.5% of the heat of an iron volcano is a lot. There's a big old pool of ethanol. So we can heat this up gradually on the environment. And Mr. Mammoth will be just fine. But we'll probably want to seal this bit before we do that. But that's fine, because the iron isn't losing heat too quickly in the atmosphere. Provided we don't actually build anything out of iron yet, then we'll just do that. That would be a good first thumbnail as well. I always like it when I have a different thumbnail topic. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll just let you all continue doing what you're doing. I'm sure we're going to have a little bit of chlorine, but I'm not actually worried about it. Maybe it won't off-gas. Oh. No, it will off-gas. That's fine, I don't care. We have rust biomes. We'll find a dash of salt line seed somewhere. Even if the printing pod just offers it to us. Alright, what we got? A cool steam vent. Okay. Probably not really relevant yet. To be fair, we can let it condense in here off of the ice, right? That's water, that's not power. Well, it was worth finding. Figure out what to do with it. Okay, let's continue looking around. Let's keep digging up. Let's keep finding the fire pole. What are you currently doing? We're delivering more snow up here. That's fine. We shouldn't be heating this area up too much yet, so I think that's acceptable. We don't need a rock crusher yet. We will want a rock crusher at some point just for the mammoth patties. I could get people to start digging in here if we really need the iron, but until then we can just let it accumulate. It's probably just picking up mod cons at the moment. Maybe going around and digging the shrubbery would be a good idea. More metal as well is probably not a bad idea. It's pretty easy to grab. I mean, we'll want all of this stuff at some point, won't we? So, just coming in here and digging that seems fine. We found a Carbon Dioxide Geyser. I mean, normally, I'm not a big fan of Carbon Dioxide Geysers. However, it's cold, and we have Alveo Veras, and this is 600 grams per second. I mean, on average, it's going to be lower than that, obviously. That means we can run a good amount of Alveo Veras. The thing about Alveo Veras as an oxygen source on Ceres is they consume way more carbon dioxide than the dupes produce. So you need some, but you don't need so much that you're running petroleum generators for it, because that's way too much carbon dioxide. This might make it actually reasonable to run Alveo Veras. So I think that is something to prioritize. But we have plenty of oxygen around still from the oxalite, so nothing to worry about yet. When we got more people, I think. We could start looking around for the sleet wheat as well. Any more bits over here we want to grab? I mean, what we could do is... I could just get you to come in here and do this. That's probably fine. Any more shrubbery? There's a load over here. I could just get you to dig this. You can dig that one on your own. That one on your own. That one on your own. Just appraising the amount of wild food we have is probably a good shout. You can see who the next dupe is. So that's probably priority 8 on this. And then these, I would quite like to change you into granite. Because the wood is going to end up being useful for other things. Mostly wood tiles is what I want it for. I remember the gas pressure in my Ceres Minor run was so low that Alveo Veras stifled, so I popped the CO2 geyser open. I think it's guaranteed world gen. I think it is too. There you go. That's fine. Nobody's idle. You got loads of stuff going on. You're building the ladder. That's good. The supply teleporter output is down here. That's probably relevant. I don't think the critter Fluxomatic is going to be relevant. There's a fair bit of sucrose just on the map. That's good to see. Let's get rid of that door. And then I'll get rid of that tile, and then we'll dig this too. Yeah, rooms are back to normal. This is not being used yet, but that's okay. I do want you to do this sooner rather than later, so go ahead and do that. How's the germ situation now? It's... could be better. That's just from the previous bathroom, though. I think it's fine. So let's think about how far we are over here. So that's going to be 23. We'll then have a door. We'll then have our access shaft. So that could be our access shaft for inside the base. Then we can have exosuits. Then we can have another access shaft, and that should come out right here. So I think that's what we'll do. But there's no specific reason I need to do a shaft down here yet. One shaft will do, and this seems like a fairly reasonable way to go. We have the geo vent from the geothermal heat pump, so that's going to reveal everything, right? This is... oh, God. Okay, it happened. Are you trapped? Yes, you are trapped. Okay. Well, the good news is, if you're peeing because you're trapped, it's going to clear itself up pretty quickly. Oh, you're both trapped? Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, you got cold from peeing yourself. That's also an issue. Well, it wouldn't be the Reza Gaming only colony if we didn't start with at least one person peeing. Yeah, I think we've got some good plans to start with. Getting down here should be fairly easy. Although the ethanol is here, we could drain that ethanol out pretty easily. This does not need to be priority 9 anymore. You guys can move freely now. I think we keep up with the current plan of just building these things like this. Keep moving the granite around. Looking like a pretty reasonable base to start with. We will have to start doing pike apples at some point, but that's okay, because we have got a proper farmer. I can wait for a little bit. There's no shortage of phosphorite. Is this really where we're getting all the granite from? Well, that's mildly annoying. I would like to dig this queue out as well. It should be pretty easy for you guys to handle. I wonder if there's a challenge where you gotta get to the bottom of the world and seal up a super volcano and it's reached critical, and you can either tame it or pull out different resources or it explodes and drops extremely hot metals. I think it would be an interesting start on an asteroid if you start at the bottom, but the top has a hyper-pressurized liquid barrier. Kind of like the flipped asteroid, except it's not hot, it's just hyper-pressurized. So it slowly breaks through the tiles. And you've either got to seal it, or you've got to seal your base off so that it doesn't succumb to the liquid pressure. I think that'd be fun. Or have the highly pressurized liquid at the bottom and have it rise up. I don't really mind. Yeah, this is fine. You got the ladder now. I think you guys are gonna be okay. CO2 is built up in here a fair bit. I could actually do with just coming across here, couldn't I? And letting it drain out this way. So I'll let you go ahead and do that too. Steve is still sleeping. Okay. Have fun with that. I think that's a sign I should probably increase the bedtime again. The map's getting a bit big now. Like, you need a lot of liquid, and if you pop it, it'll flood your base. Yeah, that's the whole point. You gotta make sure you don't pop it, and you... And maybe the biome generation would be such that it didn't... It only had a few specific routes to pop. Like, there'd be a lot of double-layered stuff, maybe? I don't know. Alright, what we got? Another guy. We got a loner pacifist suit wearer. Pretty good for going to the teleporter asteroid. I think we'll probably do that. Yeah, that seems good. Obviously, we're in a bit of trouble if we need to attack something on the asteroid, but if we find a teleporter, that would be good. So you can just have supply, and you can run around and deliver stuff. And then you can go here, 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 and you can run on the wheel too, so that Maya can do something else. I'm not sure exactly what that would be. I decided to do bedtime slots around, just let the dupes go to sleep when they need to. So the issue with that is they're just going to get pulled from whatever errand is across the map to go sleep. With having bedtime slots, we're making sure they're in the base before they run to their bedrooms. That's why I have bedtimes, mostly, if I'm being honest. We've got a lot of polluted oxygen down here, that's kind of funny. Yeah, we've got the 3 vents down here. This is quite a hot room, this is quite a hot room. Nothing major. This room's somewhat hot. Really not that much of a concern. But the heat pump. The heat pump for steam is so strong. You pump liquid in, you can pump up to 30 kilograms per second of liquid into this thing, and it outputs it 150 degrees hotter. You put water into this, guess what? It turns into really hot steam. You can harvest the power from. And then you get the water from the steam turbines, and you put that back in here. You only lose a very small amount. And that will basically solve your power issue for the whole game. No geotuning required. Just the initial setup and making sure you have the steam turbines to handle all the output. So it's quite a big build, but it's quite a simple build. We did it on Blasted Ceres. We'll do it here. And then that's more power than you could ever do anything else with. And then the other use for this is to potentially get space materials. You have to pump really hot liquids into this. We have Magma Volcanoes, so there is a possibility. Okay, we actually do have the beds over here. That's fine. Calories looking pretty low. It's because you haven't actually dug the plants up yet. Freya, you can have farming priority as well. If they're too tired to go to deep sleep mode, it takes a whole cycle for them to wake up. Yeah. Bionics still a bedtime for microchips? Yes. Right. There is Sherpery around. I think we will start planting some of our favorite stuff. Our pike apples. Just to have some locally available food. And then you're not going to have to run so far for it. Because it's probably taking up a lot of your time at the moment. But we'll dig it up and you can have it later. That's fine. Spiky apples. I think I've pumped superheated liquids into the geothermal heat pump using 1 kilogram packets. It took forever. Yeah, because it takes 12 tons of material. So that would literally take 20 cycles. Although, if you had multiple pipes coming in, would that be alright? From multiple directions? Surprised didn't make a pike apple pie. Well, they got the mixed berry pie. It'd be kind of redundant, wouldn't it? Looks like you didn't quite get to bed on time. Yeah, we need local food. I could put a ration box back down here. That could be worth doing. I'll do that for now. And we'll put a crafting station in here as well. Because we'll want to make some masks at some point. The Alveo Veras, probably. That's probably fine. Different variety. I mean, yeah, they could add so many extra foods to this game. I don't think anyone would complain if they just added extra foods to the game. Not necessarily better than the other options, but just more. I'm sure that devs said they were planning on adding food variety as a mechanic. Like, dupes want to have different meals on different days, and if they have the same meal consecutively for multiple days, they get diminishing returns on morale. I'm sure that was something they said they were going to do. Yeah, go for that as well. keep doing more of this if needed. There's sleet wheat we can harvest as well. We could make this a kitchen. That sounds like a reasonable plan. We have grilling. Yeah, why not? We'll want to do grilled pineapple skewers anyways. And if we're planning on having a lot of people at the start, it makes sense, doesn't it? Right, let's make sure this is done. So you guys can move around freely over here. Plywood press, fire pole, that's good. Okay. Probably no more research for now. And then I will just get you to do the fire pole here. And then we can start digging out the middle tiles. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's idle. There's some pike apples over here. Well, there's a sherberry over here. Let's come and grab that. I'll get you to come in here and grab that too. Lots of mercury over here. We got another geyser. You're back. Dying is permitted again. The good news is no one's died. Running a tiny bit low on food. We're gonna get some pike apples up, but nobody's actually starving yet. And there are sleet wheats available for us. We've just got to be clever about how we collect them. So I want to make sure that we let the CO2 build up in here. So what I'm thinking is most of the sleet wheats are down here. There's not many over here. So if we actually dig a path, like... If we dig this path, leave the wolframite for now, then we can come and have a look in here, and this can gradually fill up with CO2. And then I'll probably just do something similar over here. And then we'll get in here and come have a look at this. And we'll make the grill. So grill can go here. Remove the mess table, please. We have the lumen quartz already. Yeah, lumen quartz is already the appropriate spots. You're building the fire pole pretty quickly. That's good. Dying in this economy? That's too expensive. Okay. I think that's okay for now. I would quite like to let the iron out of the volcano, but let's actually not starve first. Okay, we're not going to starve today. I want to priority 9 these. And let's priority 9 these too. The reality is we can, especially with this amount of dupes at the moment, we can get quite far off of just literally grabbing sleet wheats. So we should do that as long as we can. This can be a granite ladder. Yeah, as long as no one's idle, we should be fine. I'm going to get you to build some snow tiles out here as well, and then we'll dig this up, and then we'll put some more pike apples here. For real, you know how much a coffin costs? I do know how much a coffin costs. Thank you for asking. I jest. It's fine. I don't mind you asking. What was that? Heck, some people reuse a coffin? Not me. No, we didn't go for a coffin in the end anyways. Right, okay, so grill. Should I put a micro musher here just for good measure? Probably. There you go. Fire pole doesn't need to go down this far yet because we haven't built any of that. Okay, so obviously we will need digging level 3 to get the iron above the obsidian. So what I think we're going to do instead, let's research insulated tiles over here. And then what we'll do is we'll seal this up again. We'll just dig probably literally just a fire pole ladder down here. And then we will manually dump the iron down here. This is bad. The dupes will get food poisoning from not washing before cooking. What? You can't get out of here apart from this way. Yeah, we made it so they can't go down that way. There should be no germ issues now. Okay. The voice crack. I'm old enough to not be ashamed of voice cracks. It's fine. I'd be more ashamed if a dupe died. This is not the run where the dupes are going to die. Yeah, this is fine. I'll just let you keep doing the research. This should be enough pike apples. Pike apples grow very quickly. Everyone's still got stuff to do. I should put the ration box back. We'll also have to promote someone to have grilling. Pike apple skewers, definitely a plan. Frost buns, definitely a plan. Souffle pancakes, probably later. No specific issue with that. You guys are gradually making it to bed. The lights. You have got lit workspace. That's good. Okay, that worked. You like to see it? So what are you guys doing in Oxygen Not Included at the moment? Are you guys still playing this game? I mean, I'm glad you guys all came back to watch me. Nah, I like this game. Believe it or not, I like this game. I know that might be shocking for some of you guys to hear. I think we'll just let the sleet wheat accumulate up here. I'm sure we'll end up doing something with this area later just because it's between the volcanoes. This, I think, may be the long-term sleet wheat collection. Maybe we'll pit plant some sleet wheat. Probably not. So if we're gonna seal this up... Yeah, let's actually just do... Let's straight up just do a ladder. Let's put it here. And then I'll put another ladder here, probably. And then what we'll do is we'll let the ethanol out. And then I will literally just put a fire pole right next to it. That's probably fine. And then you guys can come in here and grab the volcano stuff. So I'm going to priority 9 this because I want to see this happen. I want to get the iron to the point where we can actually use it for things. And then we can go from there. Put the sherbreeze in here. Put the pike apples in here. And you can dig that up. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, temperatures over here are fine. Not a lot of oxygen. I mean, I think what we'll want to do is we'll want to leave as much mass here as possible and just dump the heat straight onto the ethanol, so there's as much heat capacity here as possible for absorbing. Later on, we could let it heat up the ice as well, but I'd rather not do that because there's sleet wheats I want to harvest. We'll harvest them from this direction. Okay, there we go. We do have a very strong dupe. So I suspect what we'll do is we'll put a storage bin down here as well. We'll get them to fill the storage bin and then we'll just open it up.
There we go.
Redneck, hello. How are you doing? What is up? We're on a new colony today. Let me give you a shout out. Yeah, I haven't checked in with you for a while. We've been playing Syntopia. I've seen you around occasionally. You look like you've been busy. I've seen your name a lot. Let's get these built as well. Yeah, fresh start on Ceres Minor. We were previously doing Ceres Moonlets, but we had a bug with the everything being inspectable multiple times. So we got a lot of extra data banks that we should have had. And I felt that was a bit dishonest. And also, we were playing it on speed 3 the whole time, and I felt like I was getting a bit lazy. So we're going to try the halfway approach between what I do and what we did in that run. So we're going to be aiming for speed 2 most of the time. And probably going up to about 20 or so dupes. We want to go up to enough dupes so that we get the Somnium synthesizer working. Hello, Trainwreck. Hello, Ian Swartz. Pun creates. Yeah, you just finished your Frozen Lab run. Very busy. Nice. Yeah, we did Blasted Series a while ago. And we have that playlist on YouTube, and that was a very good run. But we wanted to see what the normal Ceres asteroid was like. And for the most part, I thought it was interesting, because I forgot they had pips. So we're going to do stuff with pips. We're also going to do stuff with Magma Volcanoes, because we came up with a pretty good rock gas geotune volcano management build. And I want to compare it to some other principles that people were linking to me on that YouTube video. I want to see what the overall better design is for that. And the main mission of Ceres Moonlets was to go and find Gassy Moos, to test out all the Brackene stuff, Husky Moos, jetpacks, Brackene, stuff like that. We did investigate Brackene just from plant pulverizing pretty thoroughly, and that went well. And we did some more investigation of Sweetles and feeding them sucrose from... feeding spigot seals sucrose from Sweetles. And that was very enlightening as well. But I don't think we have a sulfur geyser this time, so I'm not going to worry about that. However, we do have an iron volcano. We have a big pool of ethanol, so we're going to use the ethanol to delete the heat from the iron. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that today, because it's probably the most interesting, unique thing I can do on this starting seed today. You ran Sweet to for sucrose was quite powerful. Yeah, the thing is, the nectar from the trees. Nectar's so good as a coolant. I kind of just want to build up like 20 tons of it instead of converting it into ethanol. But we will do a build guide for for spigot seal ranching as well. But there's a lot to talk about in that video. There's a lot of different things to do. It's going to be a long one with multiple builds. So I need to pay attention to that one. Food's quite low, but the pike apples are growing, so I'm not concerned. These will be nearly done. Hello, Genumplers. I love that fish emote so much. The end of the love. How did you get it again? We are fish enthusiasts. We have the fish tanks. I also have some Fanta that I'm just about to finish, which is fantastic. But yeah, obviously the plan is... Oh, you got it from a hype train. Nice. Oh, I'm intrigued. Yeah, plan for power. So... obviously, the geothermal heat pump is really good for power. You can get 18 kilowatts of steam turbine output just from recycling steam turbine output. It's crazy. We've done that before on Blasted Series. There is admittedly less room to do it on this map. 18 kilowatts of steam turbine power is a lot. But it should be fine. And that's like 30 kilograms per second of output, so it's 15 steam turbines. Maybe a little bit less. We do also have a saltwater geyser, and we have a very spiky brine geyser. So this is a prime geotuning candidate. What we'll do is we'll geotune this. We'll use a condenser to get it over the threshold of boiling, and we'll use that condenser to run our freezer. And then that's going to give us extra bleach stone and salt and water. So it's probably our main priority to start with. Could be great for dupes with bottomless pit. Too bad there isn't a smoothie for dupes. I mean, like, they eat their food and they can have a berry smoothie. I mean, they have the juicer, but that's kind of niche. It's more niche than what you're talking about. I think the devs are planning on getting creative with food in this game. Oh, I should get you to carve this crystal as well. Probably once everything's moved on here. We have a poop. Everyone admire the poop. Use nectar and fruits. Yeah, it would be good to find more uses for nectar. Use for so little to the trouble it is. The juices should have multiple recipes at this point, I think. Make it a cooking building instead of a recreation building. It's weird. We got long commutes, but I think we're okay. They're just wandering all over the map, if I'm being honest. We're going to get insulated tiles so we can protect the sleet wheat from our shenanigans. Now, we haven't actually dug over here yet. We have dug to these ones. So, what that means is we need to get a griller. Which may mean we need to print a griller, because we don't currently have one. We'll see who the printing pod offers us. I know we're low on calories, but once we start cooking sleet wheat, it's going to be glorious. So, let's investigate that as well. I think it might be easier to just come in here at this point and put a ladder in. Let's priority 9 this. I mean, we'll do pike apples for now. Yeah. It's like table salt that gets added to the tables. I mean, that I think makes sense how it currently is. I'm not exactly looking for Himalayan table salt. Leaves. Oh, you know what I should do as well? I should get you to enable auto harvest priority 9 on the pike apples here, right? Is there really a reason not to do this? There's a lot, and we're not actually planning on digging them up. At least not immediately. Is that it? Are there none over here? Oh, yeah, I haven't noticed. How's it going? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and check in and see what you've been doing. Right, let's speed up again. We have a cool steam vent down here, but I don't think we're going to do anything with that, if I'm being honest. Yeah, we're almost ready to get in here. Getting into the pool of ethanol is pretty annoying. There's not a lot of oxygen available over here anymore either, but we do have the fire pole. I have the common sense to build the fire pole. Right, you now have pike apples. That's good. Go ahead and eat that. Go ahead and put food here. Looks like people have been having unscheduled naps again. Let's give them more downtime. It's just because they're having to wander over so much of the map. It's not good, really. I mean, if we have a look at this, it's construction supply, farming supply, eats. All that eat time, we should say, we should be getting you to move it in here. Okay, we got a frost-proof farmer. Pacifist. That's fine. We'll give you grilling for now, so that we can actually grill. And then we'll sort out the rest of your skills later. But you're probably going to be the backup researcher. And you get a snazzy suit because you are frostproof. That's right. Travaldo needs a warm coat. So, good luck with that, Travaldo. And then, priorities. For now, I'm going to get you to prioritize cooking. And then you're going to get a little bit of everything down here. Okay, so now we can actually do that. We need you to build this wire. And then we can start making frost buns. That's going to help our food situation a lot as well. And then maybe we don't even have to do this. We'll see. Nice big batch of 18 sleet wheat grains. I definitely want to get down here at some point, but we'll literally just do the ladder and the fire pole, I think, for that. Okay, let's speed to it some more. The ethanol is all draining in here. The Phlox is impressed. Perhaps what I should do is I should set up some automation so they pick up the iron and drop it down here instead of putting it in the storage bin. I don't know. We have very strong dupes. We've got a beefsteak. I don't think this is an issue. Let's make sure that our beefsteak has storing prioritized. That seems relevant. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. There we go. It's doing alright. I'm going to dig this as well, just so we've got some more airflow. That's what I'd like to see with the fire pole as well. So, you know what? Let's just bring this all the way down. Is there any abyss light there? No. Okay, good. Okay, you know what? Don't do that yet. These are experiments, because why not, since it was the last day that Rodden never did a nuclear reactor before. Need to watch Ceres' tutorial on a small one. Yeah, so the point of my small nuclear reactor build, and to be fair, I haven't really capitalized on this yet. Maybe we should do a little run where we capitalize on it. The point of that build is A, to fit it in a small space, and B, to primarily generate nuclear waste instead of heat. Because nuclear waste is actually a very powerful coolant material, in between water and supercoolant. It does leak out of buildings, but if you have those buildings in a pool of liquid nuclear waste, then the leaking doesn't really matter. And the properties are so good, the conductivity and the heat capacity especially, it can make a lot of builds self-power that normally wouldn't self-power. I might do a follow-up video where I show you guys how to incorporate nuclear waste into some of my other builds. Builds where you can do it, builds where you can't do it, and the effects you would expect on the efficiency. But I should also just do a normal nuclear reactor video at some point. I didn't do one because I thought it was a bit of an oversaturated topic. I'm pretty happy with the videos that are currently on YouTube talking about nuclear reactors. But, I mean, I should talk about it at some point, right? Where are you going? Oh, you're grabbing the shrubbery. Okay, well, I did tell you to do that, so that's allowed. Any cooking going on here? There should be. Okay. We have 7 people now. That's fine. I probably want to tile this as well. I don't want these beds to be here forever, but if people are here, I might as well make it nice. It also emits a load of rad bolts. It's filling 4 rad bolts rocket with 2 rad bolt generators of nuclear waste compressed. Yeah, that is very true. The nuclear waste for rad bolts is actually good. For plant mutations as well, especially if you want to make solid tiles of nuclear waste for your plant rooms to get plant mutations. I think I did talk about that in a video. My point is, there's a lot of stuff to do with nuclear waste that I feel like it isn't really capitalized on because most nuclear reactors give you relatively little waste. The material itself is really underrated, I think. Even by myself, if I'm being honest. Right, we're just working on researching now, right? Yeah, you're just grabbing some... You're just grabbing some air and some dirt and slipping over, apparently. That's fine. Well, this long commute is something else. At least you guys are building the fire poles. Maybe we should build a shaft over here as well, just for access. Yeah, we've got a lot of iron here now. That's good. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to dig this all up just so that we can actually see it move around, but that would be completely counterintuitive to the point of all of this. We want the ethanol gas to push up here. And what we'll do is we'll put a manual airlock here as well. Ideally, we would want an insulated door, but that's not going to happen yet. Okay, the good news is Ada is cooking. You'll like to see it. Cross buttons. So we're probably at the point where we can keep taking more dupes. Right, we don't need hard digging on you anymore. I'm going to give you building, because we still haven't really found a dedicated builder. Nuclear waste in the past, I used to build a thing to dupe it, and then I didn't know what to use it for. Yeah. I'm quite glad they got rid of material duplication. You know how I feel about that. Oh, it's George! Okay. We know that Ceres is pretty good for George. I mean, it was pretty good mostly because we managed to get a pinch of pepper. But I'm feeling optimistic. Let's make our way downtown to find him. That should be feasible, right? What's the best way to do that? Well, I probably want to dig the snow. Probably want to go through here. I probably want to go through here. Is this our sand? This is sand. Introvert dupe. Yeah, we have an introvert already. We have a Trabaldo Lono. Let's dig that up as well, and then we'll get in here. Dig that. That's more sleep weeds for us as well. We want to leave this sealed. It's fine. They'll get there eventually. Yeah, dig that as well. Yeah, let's speed up it now. This is actually too much food now. Well, it's fine. We'll just keep making more dupes. Are we actually doing the printing pot challenge? Maybe to start. I mean, why not? Oh, I'll tell you what we should do. Let's add to our resource list. So, phosphorite is relevant because of pike apples. PPE, of course. I'm going to put sucrose in here as well, in case you do anything with that. Sleep weeds, yes. Eggs, I don't really care about. Dirt, yes. Sand, yes. Metal ore, probably just cinnabar and iron. Wood. Carb, lumen quartz. Iron. Rock, I think we've got plenty of rock now. Seeds, I don't overly care about. Databanks, bleachstone, oxalite. That seems like a good list. Okay. Let's have a look and see if we can find an area that's convenient to put the food in, where it's not going to go off. So let's go to relative temperature. Let's go down to minus 20-ish. Obviously, we're heating up the base a little bit. You can see the heat leak here from the abyss light is somewhat present, but not the end of the world. Honestly, this looks like the best place to store the food. Yeah, let's take this ration box and put it... if I put it down here, then we can do this. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Oh, you need to do these tiles, for sure. Oh, that's bad. Can I get you to do that now? Sorry, guys. You should have done this a while ago, in fairness. Okay, maybe you don't need to do the rest of them now, but I'm gonna make you do it. Nuclear waste is still super easy to duplicate due to its corrosive nature. Fair enough. How do you duplicate it then? These days. Right, let's make that priority 9. This is such a big pool of ethanol. I don't think this is ever actually going to boil all the ethanol. I think we would literally have to put it on conveyor rails to boil this. I may have drastically overestimated how much heat. I mean, ethanol... Yeah, ethanol has a pretty respectable heat capacity too. Mini pump pumping on itself. Oh, okay. Interesting. Rinse and repeat with as many pumps as you want for bigger output. Dubious morality. That's what you did. Fair enough, fair enough. We got the Somnian synthesizer. I feel like we've done a pretty good job at exploring today. There is another geyser up here. Do I quite want to get up here yet? This is very cold. It should be pretty easy for me to get up here. I guess it depends on whether the mercury is going to melt or not. But that's fine. How about we do this? Then we go up here. And then we're going to have to go this way. Just get up there first. It's okay. And I'll just let you keep going. Yeah, this will eventually fill with CO2. Well, maybe it won't. Actually, you know what? Maybe we just put it down here with the Wheezewort. Because at least we know that it's actually going to get cool. It's going to stay cool here if we leave this in. You ended up overheating the pump a few times. That's really far away from the base, though. I don't know. I don't think this is actually an issue. Let's just leave it for now. If this starts to go off, then I'll think about it. Frankly, we still have a lot of Sherbury. I also want to see how long it's actually going to take to cool this ethanol if cool the iron if we put it in the ethanol. We can investigate that at least fairly soon. Yeah, normally we are prioritizing stuff like smart power, plumb bathrooms, refined metals. We have this as a solution for the refined metals, so for now just put any refined metal in here as probably priority 9. Power, we will definitely think about. I don't think we've got any power geysers. So, probably we do manual generators for a while. Then we get some floxes and shatter floxes. Then we do mercury solar. There's a lot of mercury and we'll want to use it. And then we use that to get to the tech where we bootstrap steam turbines. Oh, remember mercury's a refined metal. True! Oh my god. Mercury should be in liquefiable. Fight me. Also, I've screwed this up. Maybe it's for the best. How did I screw this up this bad? That should be a ladder. Right, let's see this happen then. Are you just gonna grab the iron now? I mean, I prefer if the actual supplying people are gonna do it. Okay, so you can see that ethanol boiled right away. Oh, are you just gonna grab literally all of the iron? Okay, Travaldo's got the strength. That's good. Yeah, go for it, go for it. We'll just do the base as the thumbnail. We're not going to boil this ethanol today, even if we try. There's not a lot left. Oh, there's still some here. Is there? You're grabbing the granite from the volcano? Okay. Right, so this is cooling down not very quickly. If we just dump it all outside, that doesn't actually make a difference. Yeah, it's gonna be actually running it through conveyors. It heats everything up. Everything's liquefiable if it's hot enough? Yes, exactly. But the point of mercury is it liquefies at room temperature. I feel that's what we should actually be looking at with the liquefiable category. Not what specifically the material is. If it's likely to liquefy and cause you hazards with normal gameplay, I would like you to do it. Okay, we did the research, at least, so I'll tell you what. This is not a huge priority to me anymore, but let's go ahead and remove this. And then I'll get you to dig this. And then I'll get you to seal this. Except genetic ooze, that's true. And neutronium. You can't liquefy neutronium. Because the game crashes if you do. Right. What do we want now? Decor, for sure. So we actually get the Great Hall bonus. That would be reasonable. I must admit, I have not really used a lot of funny blueprints today, have I? Switch a few of these over then. Grill. We do that, that's fine. Micro mission. We have a purple micro mission? You know what? I like it. Wait, we can make berry sludge already? Why the heck aren't I making berry sludge? That needs to be priority 9. This needs to be... Yeah, that needs to be priority 5. Holy heck. UK, what do they say about ooze? Just drop turtles in it and boom, TMNT. I thought that was a Mine Turtle reference for a second. Like, Asdf movie. There's a mod that lets you mine out neutronium without crashing. Gotta be careful. Berry Sludge on cycle 14. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing about base Ceres. You have sleep wheat. You have pike apples. You can make berry sludge immediately. There really isn't a good reason not to. I mean, that's just the better thing to do than this, isn't it? And also, you don't actually need grilling for this. The micromusher, right? UK is short for you know. No, YK is short for you know. I know what you're saying, but if you're talking to me, a British person, and saying UK, I'm going to think of the United Kingdom. That is how it works. Oh, you guys don't look very happy. You look very awkward. Need more airflow. We actually need some Alveo Veras, probably. Realistically. Right, Freya. We have a farming dupe. That is pay. Actually, you're still a farming dupe. I'm going to keep leveling you up in farming. But you can make berry sludge and pike apples? Yes! Indeed. You can also make it out of bristleberry, obviously. You can also make it with megaphron grains. It's like tomato and tomato kind of word. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I hate English about is place names. You don't know how to pronounce them from how they're spelled. It's very annoying. Yeah, berry sludge immediately is fantastic. I'm probably just going to tell you to stop making these, then. Okay. We definitely didn't need to print someone with cooking, then. English is like 3 languages in a trench coat, pretty much. Not from the UK, but thought the same way. Yeah. Cowabunga, my chaps. I'm having O2 issues, yes. If we look here, it's more that the CO2 isn't dropping down. There is still oxygen around from the oxalate. We just need to get it moving for us. Which makes me think it's time for us to set up the second shaft as well. Because we're going to want that later anyways. So that's going to go here. That can go down to the granite. And go up to... Well, probably not all the way up to the volcano, realistically. We'll see. Want some Alveo Veras? Yes. And make some oxalate sconces. Yes! That is the question, isn't it? Because obviously, if you are actually running out of oxygen, you do Alveo Veras. The issue is, your dupes are then busy maintaining the Alveo Veras instead of doing everything else. So we want to put it off as long as reasonable whilst doing other things to help the base. We still have oxygen on the map, it's just not getting to the dupes. So we need to just encourage more airflow. But we will do Alveo Veras because we have the CO2 geyser. Now Steve, you can have field research. That's very important. When this volcano goes dormant, we'll have a look. This should cool down by the time we actually need it. Secret of the ooze. Yeah. Yeah, because we want dupes doing stuff instead of delivering oxygen everywhere. And if they're running for breath, that's not great. But it also means that they're not using the oxygen. They're using less when they're breathing it in. So if I'm torn between... It's a matter of magnitudes, though. If the dupes are spending way too long recovering breath, then it's worth doing the Alveo Veras. If it's only a tiny bit of time, it's probably not worth doing them yet. Obviously, if you have a Lumb to auto-harvest them, that changes the maths quite a lot. But yeah, the geyser is down here. So we'll want to have the Alveo Veras... I think I said I want them here so we can have food storage down here. And then put oxygen masks in. Yeah. So I think I'm actually going to stick them here. We'll dig this through and let that out as well. And we'll just let them carry on with this. That will expose more of the oxalite as well. In fact, what I'll do is I'll get them to dig out those tiles as well. There's also more sleepweeds to grab. Oh, you've dropped the sleepweeds down here now. I like the idea of using the oxalite sconces in the mines. Yes, that is a good plan. We don't need any lights. That's nice. We'll do ceiling mounted plants, I think. We've got probably another hour or so. We'll do another hour because the VODs are going to come out at the weekend, I think. Can afford O2 without needing power piping at all. Yes, that is really good. And obviously, Alveo Veras is not good for pit planting because the labor from harvesting them is the problem, not the actual growth of the plant. Especially when we've got a whole map full of ice to fertilize them with. We will want to make sure they don't stifle, so we want to dig out these bits as well. And I'll put some wood tiles here because this is definitely going to be a room later. But that's not overly relevant for now. Yeah, there's still loads of oxalite around. We know we're going to have this shaft eventually. So we might as well do it now. This is the right size. Part of it is keeping the oxalite away from the plant. Yes, so we do want sconces so that people do move the oxalite. Yeah, I reckon once we built this shaft, then we'll start uncovering the geyser. We got a digger. We got a level 14 researcher with Night Owl, Narcoleptic, Unpracticed Artist with a Decor Morale bonus. That's a very strong researcher. Do we need a strong researcher, though? Narcoleptic is annoying. Guess it's not that bad for a researcher. I don't really want the decreased decor morale bonus, but on the other hand, I could just give you the creativity, but we don't need a dedicated decorator, right? Let's take Lyra. We always want more diggers, don't we? The priorities, digging and decorating. Oh, wait, what was that? Ah, right, the decorations. True. Okay. The neutronium fits, I think. I'll do 2 plants. One here, one here. Well, can keep the oxalite by the plant, but the eardrums, my dupes didn't like it, yeah. Keep it in the plant, it can displace the CO2, it needs to work. Yes, that is the other thing. To start with, we'll probably need to do the Alveo Veras down here, so that they actually have the CO2 to work with. And then, if we want to raise the level, we'd have to put it up here. Yeah, it's going to take a while to actually raise the level up here. I want to dig across this way anyways, because we're going to do more building here, aren't we? And it'll help them access the shaft that we're actually building to. This is a funny predicament that you're in. Let's speed up again. But yeah, we probably are going to want to put the Alveo Veras at this level, so let's think about it. So... snow tiles at intervals, I think. Just so we can see where the levels are. That's it. Okay, so the level of those tiles is actually the level of geyser, more or less. So what we'll do is we'll dig out this area. And then we'll put some tiles in. Probably just snow tiles. Actually, we'll probably want to make those wood tiles because they're going to be running across them anyways, doing a lot of harvesting. So that could be the last of the wood. Oh, wow, that is the last of the wood. Okay. Did we use anything else? Wood for anything else? We used it for these. Let's make these out of granite. Yeah. And then I think it is literally just wood tiles. Okay, maybe we don't do these all as wood tiles then. Maybe we'll just do them as granite tiles for now. I don't want to run out of wood in case we actually have the, in case we need to run a wood heater anywhere. At the moment, we're only running the one heater here. It's only for a couple of dupes. Would it make sense to grab some wood from the bonbons? No. They're not growing wood because they're underground. This one's potentially growing a little bit of wood. Bonbon trees are not a good source of wood. We would be way better off just going after the arbor trees and pit planting them. I'm kind of sad at how bad a wood source bonbon trees are. But phloxes are so strong that that's usually the plan. You're peeing yourself? Wait, why? Did you seriously not have access? Okay. Did you guys just not actually use the outhouses? Well, again, I don't mind you peeing yourself on this map. Can't use a building if it's marked for deconstruction. Well, there you go. Let's go ahead and build these then. And then put the Adilla flowers in here. Probably want to pee themselves. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. I've still got that emote, haven't I? Do I still have that emote? Wait. I don't. I removed it. Damn. Peeing yourselves emote. Oh well, I'll just do the soda emote instead. Fantastic. Bonbon for plastic. Used those to give it a try. Not sure I want to do it again. I mean, it's okay. If you're consistently making nectar with them, then it's okay, but that means you're probably feeding it from an ice maker at some point. I mean, I don't know. It's fine. I think that's the intended way to get plastic in Ceres. It's not overly efficient, but better than nothing. Right, so you're a Great Hall now. That's good. Okay. Oh, we can make a luxury barracks. That's true. So, minimum height 4 tiles. Oh. I don't really care about that. Well, maybe I should care about it. That doesn't seem bad. Oh, one or more comfy beds. What? No. What am I thinking about? You need plastic and you just get a +1 morale bonus? That's why I never think about it. Yeah, let's get down here. Let's get the CO2 geyser pumping. Maybe we'll open that up sooner rather than later. Let's just see how this goes for now. How are oxygen levels? They're still fine. Not great, not terrible. You're building it all over here at first. I could probably do with just digging a little bit of this granite. Just in general, couldn't I? So how about you priority 9 this? And then there's a bit more granite for you to use. Use the ones meteor planted and just pipe them out? Yeah, that's generally what I do. The only time I care about luxury barracks is when making a rocket. I want to get that morale. Yeah. It's reasonable, I think. Okay, I'm going to dig this as well, just so we can come down here and access stuff down here afterwards. That will probably be relevant later. But yeah, for now, don't worry about this fire pole. The poops! We got the poops. Pay. You can have ranching. Now we have the ability to move critters. Next stream, we will do phloxes. We always do phloxes. The Floxes will be kept outside. And by outside, I mean they'll be kept in a zone that we eventually access with exosuits. Because I am fully planning on box spacing this time. You don't do it enough. That is usually the sign of a serious run, is when I actually bother to box space. Well, here you go. Food's still doing well. If we're making all the pike apple into berry sludge, then that's really good. I think for now, I will tell people not to consume berry sludge. Because we don't need the morale yet. And I want to get through all the sherberry first. There's also some pike apples in here, but I don't overly care about that. I'm going to get you to build that ladder as well, just so we can have a look at that geyser. We still don't have the super hard digging, so we can't go over here yet. This isn't really cooling that much quicker in here than it was in the other bit. I mean, the ethanol is kind of gradually heating up. Oh, the ice is melting. That's funny. Okay, can I at least plant some Alveo Veras down here? I will speed through it now. Planter boxes are fine for these. And then we'll just have as many as we can reasonably get away with. And then... oh, there's ethanol in here. I'm going to have to tile out the ethanol and dig this up. That's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Remove the heater. Actually, leave the heater. Leave that tile. Ethanol in all the cracks. Yeah. Right, so let's put snow... ah, no, we can't do it. We can't clear it that way. Beans. Is there... this is just poor planning on my part. Is there any way I can get rid of that without digging up the obsidian? That's gonna wind me up. Drink the ethanol? Yeah, good idea. Well, we can get the Alveo Veras planted down here at least. There is some carbon dioxide accumulating down here. And then we can put oxalite sconces up here. It's a start. Ethanol is the main source of all alcohol and it's drinkable, yes. I said this for a while. You should be able to make, like, some kind of cold beer out of sleep wheat grains. And you do it with 3 skill points. I'll probably skill scrub them twice just to get those obsidian tiles gone. No. Nope. That would take a while. We can probably wait for this for a little bit. Because there is some carbon dioxide down here already. There is more on the map. Let's go ahead and start planting them. What's the ratio on Alveo Veras again? It's been a while. They produce 18 kilograms per cycle, so that's like 3 and a bit plants per dupe. So if we plant a whole row down here, that should do for now. And we have the farming people, so that seems reasonable. Sleep wheat mead, yes! That's one reason why there's no ethanol-based drinks is because of age ratings. Yeah, but you can make it so that the drink doesn't make them drunk. You can make it so that it does something else, maybe. Just because you make it the same way you make beer, it doesn't have to do the same. It doesn't have to intoxicate them. I'm sure there's a way around it. You can go ahead and dig this, too. That's just annoyingly in the way. raise their happiness meter and lower their stress. Yeah, maybe make it so that if they drink it, it just does a one-off removal of stress. And then maybe make some kind of stress sensor so that people only go in there if they get above a certain threshold. I don't know. We got level 2 digging, at least. So that means we can go up here now and have a look at this. So I'll probably just get you to go in like that. I'll probably not dig this, because I want to see what's going on there. Oh, you can't get in here. Why can't you get in there? Snow. Okay. Exuberant, Alveo Veras are way too OP. They don't need more CO2. Basically, cuts it down to 1 per dupe. It's genius. Yeah. Yeah, consistent plant mutations are way too strong. Well, consistent exuberant is way too strong. I think, honestly, they need to make plant mutations more consistent and more balanced. It's annoying having the caveat of, oh, you could make this build really super efficient if you just do this really cumbersome plant mutation stuff. I don't like recommending it to people, but at the same time, I can't deny it's powerful. You know what, I'm going to dig these as well, just to get the oxalite out of there. I'm going to dig this too. Oh no, he's doing the fire pulse shuffle. He'll be alright. Yeah, let that go, let that go. Let that go. I want you to dig all of this as well. Let the gas flow. There's just a load of manual labor I want you guys to do. And you know what? I'll put one here and one here for good measure too. But yeah, this geyser will be enough to run at least a few of these on its own. Also, it's pretty straightforward to actually geotune these, because you feed them polluted dirt. Is that a good use of polluted dirt? Probably not, but like, at least it's a way to get rid of it. We are generating polluted dirt with the outhouses. We'll do that for some time. Mercury does not go in the storage bin. Just iron. Only sweep only. Because we don't need general iron going in here. This is getting nice and cold now. Well, it's still 600 degrees, but you know what I mean. It's working well enough. I'll let you come over here as well. That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with how this is going. At least these guys are doing a little bit of work. Yeah, just ventilate it. I'll get you to help with this too. Yeah, it's all trapped up here. In fact, you know what? Let's actually priority 9 this bit. And then that will actually connect all of this oxygen over here. That will save them a lot of effort, I think. There's a lot of fire pole shuffling going on. I'm also going to get you to just dig this rock. Because that's nice and convenient. Usage of tobacco, alcohol, or illegal drugs makes the game at least a PEGI 16. Yeah, but like, you don't even have to call it beer or mead. You could literally call it wheat juice. Like, we don't know it's alcohol, but the game doesn't refer to it as alcohol. There you go, that should help you a lot. And there's the oxalite there as well. Isn't wheat juice Brackene, though? Well, that's like pepper juice. Oh, actually, that's true. That is true. Oh. Well, now I feel stupid. Maybe it already exists. Guys, you have to do this ladder. It's not optional. I want you to come set this all up here as well. Oh well, I'm glad we've at least got a plan for the layout, because we can just have this be like a 7 segment. But how wide is this? In fact, let's just check the temperature. Yeah, we want the temperature We wanted to stop here. That is 8. So what we could do is have door, 7, door, and then let people out. You could combine plants with ethanol and make cologne. Mmm. Smelly dupes. I imagine dupes already smell pretty bad. Oh, we got a friggin' Phlox. Phlox alert. Wee woo, wee woo. Did we ever get that Phlox out of the door? No? Well, let's open this door then. To counter the farters. No, to get the fresh scent germs everywhere, right? Right, try again. And then remove these tiles, because these tiles suck. They don't give you the run speed bonus. Maybe we get rid of the pike apples if we have enough food. Not sure we will have enough food. That will do. And then enable you, I think. Because we've got people coming down here a lot. And it generates carbon dioxide. Dupes do react to farts. Smell the putrid odor. True. We got a mouth breather. We got another frostproof guy. We got a Lumblet. Heck yes. I mean, Printerceptor we banned, but no one says we can't print a Lumb. This is going to be a huge deal because you're going to stomp the Alveo Veras for us and save a lot of dupe labor. This is acceptable. And we actually have a rancher so we can move you as well. Lumb detected! Wee woo, Lumb detected! Also, you're just floating there. Are you floating there? Because we got this as a yellow alert. That's quite funny. If I make you a priority 9, do you just drop down? No. He's just floating there menacingly. Okay, but the Lumb is going to be the thumbnail today. Lumb in the thumbnail. And I'll queue up a research as well, just so we actually get something done with that. What do we want to do? Not the carbon skimmer. Let's go with ranching. Yeah. We got him! The mysterious floating Lumblet. Good. It looks less happy now. Okay. Thumbnail acquired. I'm pretty happy about this. And then we'll copy you across there. Was the Lumb stomp? This means less harvesting. We'll also want conveyors to deliver the ice eventually. We'll want to prioritize mechatronics. I suspect we will end up skill scrubbing someone so that we can do mechatronics properly. How are the calories doing? Okay, we've still got loads of sherberry to eat. That's good. Please continue to eat the sherberry. Oh! Aluminium volcano! Yeah, this is where it is. Yeah, we did pick out the seed because it had one. This isn't actually a surprise. Sorry. Not the best spikiness for geotuning, but that's okay. So this generates a lot of heat. So we're going to want to let this erupt as well. This is relatively well isolated. This is a cold boulder. A colder, if you will. I think we'll just let this hang out over here. I don't overly care about heat leaking into this area. Frankly, there's a big ice boulder. But what we will do is we will... Wait, is this actually in line with the other volcano? It is! That's sick. Right then. So what we'll do is we'll put a ladder here. And then a fire pole. And then we'll just let you guys dump the aluminium in here too. Amazing. Is there info for how often Lumbs will do the harvest stomping? Felt like they were too slow quite often. There is. I think the wiki talks about it. It's not like pips. I think they can handle a certain amount of plants per day. But honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, you guys should have the special blueprints, right? These ones? Play, let us copy blueprints. I mean, at least this menu stays open. There we go. We got more loot? Let's have a look. What we got? We've had some good loot today. Well, we've had so much loot today, it was kind of difficult not to have good loot. Oh my god. We're cooked. It's already too hot. You'll get down here and plant these at some point. I do like how this looks with the blue characters as well. Been thinking of where to put the food storage for far too long. Yeah. I mean, the reality is, if we make you all our calories out of berry sludge, I don't need to worry about it, do I? That admittedly does depend on us having regular access to the stuff over here, which should be fine. That's not how that works. If I do that, that would work. And then I still want you to get in here as well. You're really filling up with brine, aren't you? That's good. Get to cycle 20, and then I'll dig this as well. Actually, you know what? If I get you to dig this, then we can get in here and grab this sleet wheat. Rivaldo can go for suit sustainability. That sounds reasonable. Yeah, keep digging down here. I can't believe we got a Lumlet so quickly. Maybe, I mean, to be fair, it's probably quite likely early on, because a lot of prints are restricted, but Lums aren't restricted if you have the DLC enabled. We got the ranching stuff, that's good for next time. What else? Farm station? Probably, maybe? Not yet. Realistically, anything that's going to help with the Mercury power plant. I believe that is the first stage. Radiation research is very important as well, so that we can get to steam turbines. And nectars for plastic for steam turbines is going to be very relevant. We're going to go hard on steam turbines. Because frankly, there's not a lot of other good power. There's no hydrogen geyser, there's no natural gas geyser, which is fine, because I've been relying on them as a crutch for way too long on Ceres. So I'm glad we got a map where we haven't got one of those. And maybe, if we end up having a load of dupes and a load of Alveo Veras, then we'll put some petroleum. Then we'll put a petroleum generator in, but probably just one. Yeah, you're not ready to stomp yet, are you? In time, it will grow into a stompy lump. Okay, we'll bear that in mind. Let's put the oxalite sconces in. So let's just check where that is. Oxalite sconce is here. Okay, let's research that. Let's research that. Because it's going to take you a while otherwise. You still need to get in here. You're at least accessing the sleet wheats now. That's good. That one's pretty easy to reach too, so I'll just dig up here. And then there's a couple down here that look pretty easy. So grab those. That one looks pretty easy, so that could just... Oh, don't do that. Don't ever let snow fall on wild sleet wheats. You will not enjoy the result. We'll come down here for the others eventually. We can do quite a lot of food coasting with wild sleet wheats. Oh, they left it hanging mid production. That's gross. Quite happy with how this route looks. How's long commutes doing these days? Still high. There's a fair bit of recover from cold on there now as well. That's not too bad. They're just doing a lot of digging, which is as intended. I'm gonna need you to dig this. Where am I gonna collect all the mercury? I don't know. I still hope we can get a spigot seal variant that turns ethanol back into sucrose. I would find that very funny. Maybe it turns ethanol and brackene into sucrose. Or something. I don't know. More variants. We've got the Critter-Fluxomatic. The fact that the Critter-Fluxomatic is in the game makes me think that every critter should have a variant. At least one. Even if it's a decoy variant, like the long-hair Slickster. You know what? I might do a YouTube video about what critter variants I want to see in the game. Clay is quite keen to add them. I have ideas. That'd be a nice, fun little video to do. I'd probably do it like a PowerPoint, maybe. We haven't done a PowerPoint style video in a while. I do like doing those videos. Yeah, congratulations. You're harvesting the Alveo Veras. Now you're going to grow up in... You know what? I'm going to speed through it. Maybe we get the adult Lumb for the thumbnail. That could be a plan. And then I just want you to keep digging, frankly. I know you probably can't do this ladder at the moment, but that's okay. Right, oxalite sconces. So let's put you here, here, here. And then I'll do the same over here. Yeah. That's probably fine. And then I guess we can start researching other power stuff. Although we're probably going to need to research stuff specifically for the mercury power plant as well. Let's get material sciences unlocked, because we know we're going to need that and we can do it right away. We have the refined metal to make the terminal. That's not a problem. Alright, build that tile, remove these. Yeah, keep doing it. Don't dump the floxes in the ethanol, but that's fine. Atmosphere. Yeah, they've already eaten most of the CO2. Not ideal. Right, let's dig this open. Right. Maybe we can coax it into erupting. Probably fine. At this stage, if we want to dig down further here, that's going to be counterproductive with the carbon dioxide over here. Oh, it is erupting. Oh, I was panicking about nothing. Okay. That's going to help. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, we could mop this tile. And then release a massive CO2 bomb on everyone. That would be very funny if it just overpressurized over here. This is the most useful CO2 geyser we've ever found, I think. Yeah, have fun. Keep building that. Yeah, this is what I want to see. And then I'm going to get you to dig all of these bits as well. You can reach all of that, can't you? Perfect placement. Yeah, it is good. I mean, we did place the Alveo Veras specifically here because of the geyser, but like, that is good for a base. That'll keep them nice and... Well, I'm not sure how cold it will keep them, but it will help with the cooling situation. I'm surprised that actually works, though. Yeah, you've got the oxalite in here now. They can store 240 kilograms at a time. That's okay. Yeah. My back was munching down some good tasting mangoes. Good, good. You'd like to see it? I mean, what I could do at the moment is I could dig this out, and then we can make this a luxury... No, we've just talked about this. That doesn't exist. Don't worry about it. Ada earned a skill point. Ada, you don't need cooking. You are a pretty bad researcher. I'm going to give you supplying. Be mostly a supplying person. Well, I'll give you the... I'll keep rolling hat on you for now. Someone needs to do it. Luxury in this economy. We're fine. I mean, we're not drywalling yet. We're not that bored. Oh, we can get in here and we can grab the uranium and the lead as well. That would be worth doing. Leave that one there and then dig like that. And then leave that one there. And then we can dig those two as well. And then if we go up here, then we grab those. And then I'll just leave that one. I'll just leave that one there. That's fine. That's fine. Let's not overthink it. But yeah, we'll just have people keep extracting today. That's absolutely fine. Dig. No, not like that. Not like that. Dig, 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 dig. Happy with that. I've never seen people allergic to mangoes before. Oh, right. Oh, wow. That's rough. I do find it amusing when people post on Reddit. They're like, "Oh, I love bananas. They're my favorite fruit. I love the spicy taste. A rare treat." And I'm just like, bananas aren't spicy. What are you talking about? People have that reaction quite a lot with pineapple as well, and it's interesting because some people are allergic to pineapple. And, you know what, don't worry about this yet. Some people are allergic to pineapple, but it does have chemicals that technically do slowly dissolve your mouth. So if you eat too much of it, even if you're not allergic, you'll cause yourself issues. We have a lot of Wheezeworts available, don't we? Alright, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice one sleet wheat. We're going to go up here. We're going to dig this. Then I'm going to get in here and I'm going to have a look at the rest of them. And we're going to start grabbing Wheezeworts. Because that will save us time for the next part tomorrow. We're going to do a bonus stream tomorrow, by the way, to get some momentum going on this run. Where we actually do more interesting things. But that's fine. 3 tons of fertilizer is hard to argue with. I was told if you add banana and berry smoothie, it ruins the enzymes that berries have. Oh, that's bad. I have a lot of banana smoothies. That's hilarious. Right, fertilizer it is. You can't argue with the numbers. Okay. We will want automation for the Radbolt stuff, so let's go ahead and grab that. Grab knock gates. We have the refined metal, so that's not an issue. So there's 1, 2 Wheezeworts. There's more over here. Do I want to leave these intact? Probably not. I mean, we'll leave the biomes intact as much as we can. But I'm not going to leave the Wheezeworts, because we need those. Whoops. There we go. So that's 4. There's 1 more up here. That's kind of awkward, but we probably do want to actually go that way eventually. Yeah, that's fine. And then I think we'll just get in here and do that. Keep the CO2 in. I know. But we're going to be grabbing the sleet wheats. Oh, wow. Actually, we need to allow people to eat berry sludge again. That's fine. We're going to be cooking them quickly enough. This is going to be our main food source for everyone at the moment. Pike apples and sleet wheats. So we're not going to be letting it sit around. Put it that way. This stuff down here will let it sit around and stay cold. With the Wheezeworts. Oh my god, those eggs are huge. That's ridiculous. I find it funny that Rexes can eat the Lumblets and the Biminis, but they can't eat the adult critters because they're 2x2 critters. But they just get so many excess calories. This guy's worth 22,000 calories, isn't he? 22,400? It's nuts. Yeah, 12 kilograms of tough meat. Same as an adult. It's a very dense little fella. I mean that in the nicest possible way. Right. I think here's the plan. We keep digging this out. I put more snow tiles in here. I'm gonna dig this out too. Wait, stop. And then, I bet you're glad I spotted that. Plant more pike apples, because if we're making berry sludge, it going off isn't an issue. This is kind of, ridiculous. I hope I reached this conclusion last time. Did they let you make berry sludge when Ceres came out with pike apples? I think they did, but I can't honestly remember. Dig this tile. Yeah, the CO2 situation here is good. So oxygen density is now good. It's moved around. We got the sconces. This is worthwhile, especially when the Lumb gets working for us. I'll let you expose the rest of this oxalite. Same here. That works. Plant more pike apples. But yeah, the advantage of a cold asteroid is it's pretty easy to just grab stuff. Not too many obstacles. We'll come in here and grab this too. We can already come in here and grab that. The others I'll probably wait on a bit longer. I think we're gonna fully commit to the sleep wheat plan. Or the berry sludge plan. So let's actually get rid of the grill and put another micro musher. I'll put another building here, maybe. This gives people loads of morale as well, so we should get lots of overjoyed people. Oh, look, we got a little guy. Look, he's got an eye, and he's got a mouth. That's really funny. Should we leave this here? This is like the Pac-Man monument. Tempting to leave it there. Banana ruins any smoothie, only tastes of bananas. But I like the taste of bananas. I like the taste. Yeah, we're in a good position now. We're making lots of non-perishable food. We have metal production. We have the Lumb. We have favorable geysers for a lot of stuff to do. I think the main test of this run early on is how quickly we can get the steam turbines. So we need to prioritize radiation, solar panels for the mercury power to power initial industry, and probably bonbon trees. I think we probably need to do the spigot. We probably need to do the bonbon trees sooner rather than later. I am also going to tell you not to harvest these automatically anymore, because I don't want you to waste your time on that. We have enough food. You can also put the insulated tile there. That's fine. You're done with the automation. That's good. What else do we need? Do we need AND gates? Not yet. We don't need skimmers. We will need the Radbolt management, so we'll need that tech. Make gold feed the mammoths. I do not believe we have access to gold. That is one problem. Well, it's alright. I think we can reasonably go over here once we get the level 3 digging. Although maybe we just... Actually, you know what? Maybe we just come under here. Although this would require someone to breathe underwater. I'll think about that later. Mammoths, if fed correctly, make king mammoths and its antlers give gold. Yes, we do know about this. We covered this in the YouTube video. But we don't have any gold. Oh, wait, no. No, I know what you mean now. Sorry. Use them to make gold amalgam. Yeah, true. Eat the mammoth squash fries. Sorry. This is probably a sign I should go to sleep. I am just waiting patiently for Mr. Lumb. In fact, if we just follow you, we're gonna get you see you pop. Oh, for fuck's sake! Handle this guy while we eagerly await the Lumb. There you go. But now let's get this guy, because otherwise he's gonna be left in there forever. And now our dupes don't need to do as many errands. Right, you can go. You can build this. Right. There we go. We got the whole gang. Good. Can we get some fertilizer to those plants? Dichotomy of critter. They're having a standoff. I like it. Yeah, seems like fertilization is now the issue. People aren't coming down here to deliver the ice. Well, everyone's currently pooping. That's fine. I think we're going to leave it here. I know the base is not super elaborate yet, but that's fine. We actually have a lot of stuff already sorted. We have a good food source of non-perishable food. We have refined metal production. And we have decent oxygen production with this. This is definitely enough for us to bootstrap some initial industry, initial power generation, and get to steam turbines as quickly as possible. And then we can get as much power as we want. And then we'll do all the other stuff. Pretty happy with how that's going. I feel like this run is spiritually going to end up quite similar to Badlands Boffins. That's the aim. I love that run. But yeah. Let's actually have some non-Oni music for a minute. But thanks very much, everyone, for hanging out. I hope you've enjoyed today. I'm enjoying getting back into Oni. I have a very good feeling about the seed. I think we can make this base really organized in a nice way and solve the problems we aimed to solve on Ceres Moonlets at a bit more of a relaxed pace. You did enjoy today? Good. That's what it's all about. If you like what you're seeing, and you're still here from Redneck's Raid, thank you very much for sticking around. I do appreciate your company. We play a lot of Oxygen not included on this channel, but we're usually discovering new things as well, alongside chat. It's all good. We stream 7:30 to 10:30, usually weekdays, British time, daylight savings. All of the VODs get uploaded to YouTube. We also have a load of discussion videos, tier list videos, guides, all sorts of things. And I probably will... I think for my next YouTube video, I probably will make a wish list of critter variants that I want them to add. See if Clay listens. But yeah, there is the Discord as well, where we talk about video games. We show off quite a lot of Oxygen Not Included builds in there. Me and chat collectively. And some of them haven't been shown on my videos. So it's always worth having a look. And the memes subreddit is pretty... sub-room is pretty full of memes too at the moment. Anyways, who are we gonna go raid? Now that we're back to Twitch, we should go back to raiding. I wasn't really raiding with Syntopia because I don't know that many people who are actually playing Syntopia, but that's fine. Let's go raid to Legit City. Actually, no, I'm gonna go raid Treble Queen again. We raided Treble Queen recently, but I want to announce that we're back to Oni. So if you have any fishy emotes or sentiments, feel free to send them Treble Queen's way. I will be back tomorrow for one more stream where we do some flocks ranching, get radiation research going, get the bones of the colony going, and then after that it's probably going to be mercury power. Can we do all three in one day? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, take care everyone. Bye for now.